Round 1, fight!
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Tournament Fights. This is episode number 26, where I am your host, Jordan Movie Hero Anderson. And this time, my nickname actually fits me because I'll kind of change it up from time to time to fit the episode. But it fits this one because we're doing best non-universe comic book movies. So it's going to be everything that's not part of a greater universe. So we're not going to have any MCU, any DCEU, any of the Fox properties like X-Men, Deadpool, any of that kind of stuff. And no Spider-Man, and none of the larger Batman universes, just stuff like that. We're going to keep it to the kind of one-offs or the ones only had a couple and they're just kind of part of their own little thing. So you'll see there'll be a lot of fun surprises. There'll be mostly things from comic books, maybe a couple of comic strips you'll see in there. So, but yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll get started. We'll introduce our panel for tonight. We'll start with my co-host Austin Pez Howell.
Hey, I had a fun time coming up with this list of all kinds of, some of them are superhero movies, like we said, some of them are maybe based on comic strips. We'll see some of the surprises we've got here on the list, or old serials, all kinds of cool stuff. It's going to be a fun list, and it'd be interesting to see which ones make it to the top 8. But it's going to be a really unique sort of a comic themed one, but you'll see what we mean when we get into the actual ones that made the list. But we're going to have a really good time with this one. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah,
and I've got my favorite. If you know what the Ghost Who Walks is, maybe a little Billy Zane Phantom and Phantom action in there. One of my favorites. But yeah,
right down below me here. Because if you look there, you can see a little preview of a couple of things that might show up here tonight, and you can see the full thumbnail on my Facebook page. It's over there. But we'll go ahead and we'll bring in another returning guest to the show. We have Moose Haas. How's it going?
Moose.
Hey, everybody.
Hey.
I think that Austin and I might have a movie in common.
Ooh, I like it. Justice for Billy Zane.
Yes.
I love Billy Zane.
Thank you guys for having me.
I should have my shirt on. I forgot to put my shirt on, but I've met the man. He loves the Phantom, and he loves the fans who love the Phantom. So that is a true story. He's a big fan, and he's ripe for a sequel. He could play the father, passing it on to his son. It's ripe for a sequel. I'm telling you, he's old enough now to where he could be pushing it along. It's great. So
you just blew my mind with the greatest movie pitch. All right, I'm on board.
It's a natural. Let's make it happen.
It's gonna be a good show.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be fun.
Well, we also brought over a couple of our favorite competitors over from the First Class League tonight. So I'll bring in Sinister James Shimo. How's it going?
It's going great. I'm happy to be here. I know it's not a comic book necessarily, but they have made some pretty decent comics out of Star Wars. Figured
I have Star Wars comics from 1978 over on my shelf. I do have some of those first run comics. Yeah, they were pretty fun.
No, I appreciate the invite. Thanks for including me. This is definitely going to be an interesting list because I know there's a lot of them out there that we could potentially run into, and I'm curious to see what ended up on the list and what ended up matched up with what, because there might be some real I don't want to get too hyperbolic, but there might be a couple of real Sophie's Choices kind of I know how RNG Jesus likes to mess with people.
Well, the thing is that for tournament fights there's no seeds, so we just put everything into our randomizers, so even in the first round you get some pretty heavy matchups, so you'll see. But we also have joining us tonight Gerald Battoglia Jr. How's it going?
Hey guys, how's it going?
Hey.
Very happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for being on.
Yeah, and then also last but certainly not least, we have Jordan Owens in the house. How's it going?
Hey.
Hey.
I heard Sophie's Choice is on the list. I mean, it's an odd choice, but I mean, if that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, you're gonna have to make a Sophie's Choice about Sophie's Choice versus Howard the Duck. It's gonna be a very interesting match. So pick away.
Howard the Duck.
Yeah, but we'll just jump right into it. So if you kind of want to break it down, Austin, about how it's going to work, and then while you do that, I'll bring up the tournament bracket for us.
Yeah, so like we talked about, we came up with a list, and Jordan blended it through a randomizer, and we've got everything in a March Madness bracket. Again, no seeds, no number ones versus number 64, nothing like that, just all random. We're gonna see what we kind of get here. The idea is we'll go up and down the ladder for each bracket, and we try to keep our thoughts, if possible, to about 30 seconds or less, especially with these opening rounds. And then once we kind of get closer and closer to the inner brackets, we really speed it up, like 10, 15 seconds. Like, you just got to make a decision. So, but again, the length of the show, we've had ones that go 2.5 hours, like pretty brisk pace. We've had ones that go 4.5 hours, as Moose Haas knows from experience doing one of our TV show ones. They can be marathons, and that kind of depends on us. So how much we want to talk about these. Don't get me wrong, get your thoughts out there, but try to watch the clock. Don't go too long, because that's the idea of the show. Keep a brisk pace.
Really,
so.
Yeah, we don't really hold anyone to like a hard time or anything. Just
yeah, we're not going to cut you off, but if I'm noticing we're not even halfway through one of the sides yet, and we're like kind of dragging, like, we got to pick up the pace. So I'll keep an eye on the clock, but it'll be a lot of fun. We've got all these different movies to talk about. We'll start with Jordan Owens will be at the bottom, so it'll be the first vote, and then the next fight it'll move up, and Gerald will be the first vote, and then Mr. Sinister, and then so on and so forth. And we do have tiebreaker procedures since we have 6 people. We do have tiebreaker procedures, and what it is if we have a tie, there will be one tiebreaker vote. That one will rotate as well. So the first tiebreaker vote will go to Jordan Owens. The second tiebreaker vote will go to Gerald, and then up the ladder. So it's always kind of random in that way too. And with a tiebreaker vote, let's say we have a tie. If you voted for one, you can switch your vote at the last minute as the tiebreaker. If you want to switch it and throw a little wrench in the works, you can do that as well. You don't have to stick to your original vote. That's what makes it kind of fun if you have the power.
Fights, right?
Yeah, you can vote for any reason whatsoever. You don't have to necessarily one over the other. If you like one poster over the other, if you like one of the comic runs better than the other comic run, if you're voting out of spite because one of your other ones got knocked out, you can vote for any reason whatsoever. That's what's fun about tournament fights. However you want to vote, you can vote. So yeah, that's kind of how it works, and we'll have a little fun.
Yeah, so we'll just jump right into it. We'll reveal the first match of the evening. Let's see.
Oh boy, I see a little blood.
Yep. You can kind of see. We got 300
versus Steel.
It's totally random. So
well,
you get these.
This is a little preview of things to come and how fun the show is going to be. So so we'll start down at the bottom with Mr. Owens. You'll go first. 300 versus Shaquille O'Neal in Steel. What do you got?
Yep.
I'm not as big with 300 guy as some people are. I remember that being a very big bro movie back in the day. Like, if you hadn't seen it, what do you mean, man? You got to get to it. But I do got to vote for it over Steel. Sorry, Shaq. I'll buy some Papa John's to respect you later. But I'm going.
Yeah. But Gerald, what do you think?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I did love 300 a lot. I saw it in theaters. I remember seeing it in theaters, and I'm definitely voting for 300.
All right. Sounds good. James.
There's only really one way to say it. This is Sparta! It's 300.
Yep. Yeah, Moose, what do you got?
I mean, look, they're both not great movies, but of the movie quality, 300 is the better movie. So my vote's got 300.
Yeah. Austin?
Oddly enough, both movies are great if you're drunk. They're a good kind of a hangover recovery movies on a Sunday afternoon. I think you could have fun with either one. Watching Shaq, free throw a grenade, through a little hole is always fun. But I'm gonna. Oh yeah. But I think I'll vote for 300 as well. I just picked up the 4K. It looks great. So yeah, I'll vote for 300.
Well, I just want to know who'd win it in a fight, Shaquille O'Neal or Gerard Butler back when he actually had abs. So it'd be a close one, but I think Shaq would probably take that one. But for an actual movie though, it's 300 all day. So I got to go with 300 for sure.
All right.
Make it a
Well, our
clean
first
sweep.
match is a clean sweep for the 300. Yes, the Spartans.
Yeah.
I think if Shaq and Gerard Butler fought each other, it would look like Lord Helmet in versus Lone Star in Spaceballs, where he just put his hand in his hand and swinging.
Holding them out.
Yeah, at least if Shaq's knees gave out.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Have to put a little icy hot on that, right?
Yeah.
Gold bond, yeah. We're all right.
Yeah. But up next we have the first
Tim Story's Fantastic
movie
Four, from
yeah.
2005. Yeah.
2005 going up against the Rocketeer.
The Rocketeer.
Wow.
All right.
Yeah.
And first we go to Gerald on this one to go first, sir. What do you got?
Yeah.
All right. The Fantastic Four movies, all of them leave a bad taste in my mouth. I actually just rewatched The Rocketeer not too long ago. Haven't seen it since I was a kid, and actually really enjoyed it. So I'm gonna go with The Rocketeer.
All right.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, James.
Yeah, James.
Yeah, much like Gerald, I actually just recently rewatched The Rocketeer myself, and yeah, it's campy, yeah, it's cheesy, but I still had way more fun with it than I had with any of the Fantastic Four movies. And the fact that it's getting a sequel this late, and a lot of people are really excited for it, puts Rocketeer over the top for me.
Yeah. Moose, what do you think?
As an Intergeekdom player in the Showdown, you absolutely need to know the ins and outs of the Rocketeer. So I've watched the Rocketeer 4 times this year and loved every minute of it. I watched the Fantastic Four once in the last 5 years, and that was enough for me to go, boy, this movie still sucks. So my vote for the Rocketeer.
Yeah, sounds about right. Austin?
Hey, Fantastic Four at least made Chris Evans famous enough to then go on and be Captain America. Obviously, a much better role. So I will say he's very charismatic. He does a good job. But yeah, like Rocketeer is awesome. It's actually a heavy favorite here on Tournament Fights. Pretty much every time it does pop up here and there, depending on the topic. So yeah, it's always made it pretty far. So yeah, I think I see it going pretty far here too. So let's we'll stick with the Rocketeer.
Yeah, the Rocketeer's a lot of fun. Like despite some of that campiness that it has, it's a good time. And I'm one of those weirdos that I didn't really care for the 2005 Fantastic Four, but I actually kind of like the Rise of the Silver Surfer for whatever reason. That's just one of my kind of like guilty pleasures, you could say. But it's not going up against that one. It's going against the Rocketeer, and the Rocketeer is way better. So with the Rocketeer.
All right, and Mr. Owens.
It sounds like we might have another clean sweep here. Yeah, Rocketeer is actually something I saw for the first time ever more recently. It was not something I saw as a youngster. And there is a charm to it. It still holds up as just a more enjoyable film than Fantastic Four. It's actually a good comparison because they're both kind of more of like the PG, like they're not super hardcore like PG-13 movies. So it's actually a good comparison. But yeah, Rocketeer does it better than Rocketeer.
Yeah. All right. We got another clean sweep.
And we got a little love in the chat for it, so
I know some people dig kind of the silly vibe of it. I mean, I can understand it, but yeah, it's going up against a good favorite again here on Tournament Fights. So always a good dark horse.
So next though, we have the Men in Black, the first one going up against Barbed Wire.
Barbed Wire.
It's based on a comic book, so it's here.
It's on the list.
Right.
Sure.
So
all right, James.
No disrespect to the thespian that is Pamela Anderson, but I gotta go Men in Black on this one. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm sure there are a lot of people out there who like Barbed Wire for two very specific reasons, but you look at the chemistry between Tommy Lee Jones and Will Smith and how that progressed, not just from this movie, but in the franchise as well. I gotta go Men in Black.
Yeah. Moose, what do you think?
I do love Tamora Morrison, but not as much as I love Men in Black. So Men in Black is the vote.
Yeah. Austin?
It's funny when you actually go and watch Barbed Wire. It opens promising with Pamela Anderson basically naked in the credits, running around, like in strobe lights and shit stuff. But it's not as fun as you'd think it would be. Given the premise, you think it'd be this goofy, silly, kind of B movie, but it kind of just drags and doesn't really go anywhere for a while. But yeah, Men in Black's the more fun movie. It still holds up, 25 whatever years later. It's still really good. So yeah, I'll go Men in Black.
Yeah. Well, despite my somewhat love for Pamela Anderson, I've never seen Barbed Wire, and nor do I really ever care to. So, and I've seen Men in Black at least like a dozen times. It was really, really good. Especially when I was younger, I would rewatch it all the time. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the Men in Black. So yeah.
Yeah. Right.
To anyone watching, I swear the show's gonna get more interesting. We've had one-sided fight so far.
Yeah.
I got a feeling it's gonna be a Queen's sweep again. Yeah, kind of Pez, I think, said it best. Barbed Wire is not even having as much fun as it should for what it is. Men in Black's really, really good in my opinion. So Men in Black.
Yep. Gerald?
Yeah, I haven't seen Barbed Wire either. And Men in Black is just, like Austin said, it's a fun movie. It's a lot of fun. So yeah, I'm definitely going for Men in Black.
We didn't say all these movies are going to be really good movies. We just said, they're comic book, or comic based properties. We didn't say they're all going to be gems. That's why the show is fun.
I saw the Barbed Wire concept done better with the same actress. It was called Stripperella.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
In an animated form, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Steven again. It's so bad even seeing Pam Anderson.
Not wrong.
Can't save it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This is the LAPD. It means I will knock your punk ass down. Yeah, Men in Black. Moving on. Yeah. But next we have Teen Titans Go.
Let's go to the movies.
Yeah. That's the Green
The
Hornet.
Green Hornets. Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
So, I believe Moose,
all right.
you're up first.
Moose is up first. Yeah.
So as Teen Titans Go to the Movies goes, this was the last of the animated movies I needed to study, and quite frankly, it's actually quite delightful. It's funny, and the references are actually really, really fun. I like the Green Hornet. I'm probably a rare person that does enjoy that movie. But you know what? Teen Titans Go to the Movies is a much better movie. And if you just go through the credits and see who plays who, it's incredible. Nick Cage's son, Kal-El Cage, plays Superboy, and Nick Cage plays Superman. Come on. It's amazing. Teen Titans Go to the Movie has my vote.
Yeah, for sure. Austin, what do you think?
I haven't seen that Teen Titans movie just yet, just because it came out. I don't watch the show; it's not really my bag. I don't have kids or anything, so I still need to see it. The Green Hornet movie, I didn't hate it as much as I thought I'd hate going into it. I like the old show, the one that was kind of opposite Adam West, but I'd rather watch the crossover episode that Adam West and them did with the Green Hornet, like that 2-part episode, rather than watch this movie. His actual Bruce Lee fight kicking the shit out of Robin at the end of that episode is way more fun than the movie. So despite me have not seen it, I'll vote for the Teen Titans movie because I probably want to watch it more. Yeah.
Yeah, and for me, I always get confused because they have a Teen Titans series, but then they also have a Teen Titans Go, so it gets a little confusing sometimes. But the Teen Titans Go was a lot of fun, and I did actually watch some of the TV series because they had some pretty heavy-handed episodes. Like if you watch it, it gets pretty I don't know, just some of the themes that they cover and stuff. So it's for overall series, it's actually a pretty good. And the movies. Actually, a lot of fun too, and also the main reason why I want to vote for it for the random Stan Lee cameo in a DC property. That was pretty cool to see. So yeah, I'm gonna vote for the Teen Titans Go.
Okay,
Jordan.
Yeah, I like some aspects of Green Hornet. It's also directed by Michelle Gondry, who did Eternal Sunshine, my favorite movie. So I want to send it some love, but yeah, if I'm being honest with what I enjoyed more, it is Teen Titans Go. I didn't watch the show, because it doesn't seem like it was my age bracket. But the movie does have some charm. It does have enough laughs for adults as well. So yeah, Teen Titans Go.
Yeah. Gerald?
Yeah, I mean the Green Hornet has a good cast. I didn't hate it either. But I mean, like Moose said, they made Nick Cage Superman finally, so gotta go with Teen Titans.
Yeah. I almost wish, by the way, we had actually gotten that movie. It would have slid right in next to like Batman and Robin and Batman Forever in the 90s. Like we would have had that Nick Cage Superman movie that never actually got made. Like I think it would have been a nice anomaly. I don't know. I wish it kind of existed like as a thing. Like it just, even if it never led to anything, just I wish it was a thing. So yeah. Just total side note. James, excuse me.
Yeah.
It pains me to make this vote because I grew up as a fan of the original Teen Titans show before Teen Titans Go was made. It was clearly made for younger children, not dealing with near as heavy as a subject matter, and a lot of fans of the original Teen Titans see it as a slap in the face to that because they use the exact same voice actors to voice the Titans, and it's infuriating. That being said, I also didn't care for the Green Hornet too much. And yeah, I mean, they finally gave Nick Cage a turn as Superman, and it worked out great. So as much as I feel like I'm betraying my childhood by doing this, I will pick Teen Titans Go to the movies. But if I may suggest, anybody who's thinking of, if you saw Teen Titans Go to the movies and you're like, oh, maybe I'll check out the show, don't waste your time. Instead, go watch John Schnepp's documentary, The Death of Superman Lives. What happened?
Yes, good documentary.
Much more effective use of your time.
Yeah,
for sure. Should have brought up my signed copy because I got to meet him at a Comic-Con. So that was
Yeah, actually,
highlight to
one
me.
little sidebar here. When Kevin Smith was touring around Jay and Silent Bob reboot, they came to my town, and I actually went when they were doing the road show and got to ask him questions. And I specifically asked him what his favorite memory of John Schnepp was, and he really appreciated the question. So
awesome,
nice. Yeah, rest in peace, John Schnepp. We miss you, man. We miss you.
Absolutely.
Yep,
Yeah,
the King's
there's a lot of there's a
What?
lot of we've had so many great, like, I just always think we've had so many great, like, comic book movies that just he would have loved. Like, he would have gushed over and, like, just gone online and, like had a blast with. And it's unfortunate that he didn't get to see some of them. So, but yeah.
And then he's not going to get to see Fantastic Phase 4 come to fruition is really
yeah, right.
I will see that movie permanently thinking of John Schnepp.
So yeah.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, hopefully, I think the second round may have some more close votes. So yeah, we're getting a lot of clean sweeps right now, but that's okay. We'll have some tighter votes coming up later.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But here we go. We got a little V for Vendetta coming up. Yeah.
V for Vendetta going up against the Punisher
Warzone in 2008.
Yeah. But
I'm up first this time. No, I'm Moose. I'm up first.
Okay.
I kind of like almost every Punisher movie they've ever made in its own way. I kind of dig each one, and I like Punisher Warzone. I think it's a lot of fun. It's really over the top and ultra violent. But I'm on a little more of a V for Vendetta high right now. I picked up the 4K. It looks amazing, and it still just holds up. I love the kind of plot as it unfolds. So V for Vendetta is the better movie, but I do like Punisher Warzone. I'm not going to hate on it. So, but I'll vote for V for Vendetta.
Yeah, and remember seeing this one vaguely, but I don't remember a whole lot about the Punisher Warzone. So and V for Vendetta is just awesome. Like it's just a really cool story. Like just, I mean, from beginning to end, I was pretty much on the edge of my seat. So yeah, I got to go for V for Vendetta here. So Jordan.
I mean, props to Warzone. It does have its own style, and I've actually warmed up to a little bit more over time than when I my first viewing. But yeah, I gotta again follow the trend here for V for Vendetta. It's shot so well. Some great performances in it. The dialogue, Vendetta.
Yeah. Gerald.
Yeah, V for Vendetta is a great movie. I really enjoy that movie. But Punisher Warzone is just an outrageous movie. It is so crazy, and it really just leans into all the craziness. And just for those parkour boys alone, I'm voting for Punisher Warzone.
Yeah. This is the one where he shoots a parkour guy out of midair with a rocket launcher and blows him up. So just for anybody who doesn't remember, it's pretty great.
That's right. That's the one. Yeah.
All right, James.
Yeah, I did enjoy Punisher Warzone a lot more than I'd say I probably enjoyed it a lot more than the Thomas Jane Punisher. I thought was really good, but and I thought the casting of Wayne Knight as Microchip was actually a pretty good idea.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
there's two very specific reasons that I'd have to vote for V for Vendetta here. Number one, I actually memorized that entire V monologue that he does near the beginning of the movie and used it as an audition.
With all the V's.
Yeah,
yeah.
the whole lyrics. And secondly, my son's birthday is the 5th of November. So for that reason alone, I have
Hey,
to
remember. Excellent. All right.
Yeah. Well, Moose, what do you think?
Punisher Warzone is a fucking crazy mind trip of a movie, and I love every minute of it. It's such a fun movie, and I really have come around to it more because the first time I saw it, I actually didn't care for it. And then revisiting it and again later, it's like, you know what? Lexi Alexander actually made a quality movie. If you ever heard her do interviews about this movie, she fervently defends Punisher Warzone as her best piece of work she's ever done. That being said, V for Vendetta is a great movie, and it's going to have my vote. I actually quite enjoy V for Vendetta, and I only saw V for Vendetta for the first time last year. Yeah, I was kind of late to the party on that one, but I do enjoy that one quite a bit. So V for Vendetta. Punisher Warzone still a fun movie, though.
Yeah. Well, the weird thing for me is that I probably enjoy Punisher Warzone more than the 2004 one, but I'm more of a Thomas Jane guy. So if they would have put him into Punisher Warzone, that would have been cool. They actually did the little short where they kind of had him in there, so that was cool. But
I'm a big fan of the video game they made based on the Thomas Jane one. It's one of the most bonkers batshit video games you've ever made. It's fucking fun. And we did a tournament fights where 4 of us submitted our favorite video games of all time, and that was one of mine. I just think it's one of the greatest, underrated, just kick-ass video games ever. Go check it out if you haven't seen it.
Yeah.
But anyways, V for Vendetta wins this vote. Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good. So moving on, we have Big Hero 6 going up against the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Good times. Like two opposites.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, these are the kind of matchups we're going to get tonight. So, yep.
The movie that made Sean Connery retire.
Retire, yeah. And never make another movie again.
Yeah. So.
All right.
So
Jordan,
first?
you're up first. Yep.
Well, so I've never actually seen the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. It's been one that the premise kind of does intrigue me, but I've just heard so many bad things about it, and it's I want to remember Sean Connery for something other than this movie, kind of. So I haven't seen it yet, but probably someday I'll get around to watching it. But Big Hero 6 is awesome. There's a lot of fun. There's really cool action. I like what they do with the San Francisco stuff, and then the whole we fell out a window, and when he's acting drunk and falling up the stairs, pretty cute, all that stuff. It's a lot of fun. So yeah, I'll go with Big Hero 6 for sure.
Jordan, I think you haven't seen the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen because you stink of fear. Yuck. Anyways, Mr. Owens.
Yeah, Jordan.
Yeah, first of all, what's with tremendous actors ending on kind of a whimper? Him, Gene Hackman, Jack Nicholson, all did not end on the best note.
Make sure you go out on a good movie if you're going to retire. At least have a good movie. If the one you make doesn't turn out, get something.
I will take Extraordinary Gentleman over Welcome to the Moose Board, but still. But no, yeah, I gotta go Big Hero 6. I don't even know if I've sat through League of Extraordinary Gentlemen in one sitting. It never totally held me. I've pieced together probably over the years, but yeah, Big Hero 6. Again, there are some flaws going on with the villain and whatnot, but it's a really, again, it's just a lovable Betamax and whatnot, and the group and the voice acting, another Stan Lee cameo. Big Hero 6.
Yep. All right, Gerald.
Yeah, I have aspects of League of Extraordinary Gentlemen that I enjoy, but it's not a very good movie overall. And Big Hero 6, I really enjoyed Big Hero 6. I had a lot of fun with it. Baymax is a great character. I'm surprised they haven't done like a proper sequel to it. Yeah, I know they have the TV shows that they're doing and everything, but yeah, Big Hero 6. I'm going with that.
Yeah, for sure. James?
All right, James.
One of the things that stings the most about the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen is Sean Connery passed on playing Gandalf to do this movie.
To do that movie, yeah. You made a mistake.
Don't get me wrong, like as an English teacher myself, like the fact that it's based on literary characters like Quatermain and Tom Sawyer and Dorian Gray and all of this kind of stuff, that speaks to me. But this movie was bad. Like really, really bad. Like don't get me wrong, there were a few things that I fairly enjoyed about it, but at the same time, even I could recognize when I first saw it, it was just not great. Big Hero 6 was just a ton of fun. If for nothing else other than James Cromwell's portrayal of Professor Callahan and his, whole story arc. So Big Hero 6 for the win.
Yep. Well, Moose?
Yeah, come on. It's Big Hero 6. Right? Connery did this movie and at the end was like, I am no longer the man now, dog. And retired, right? Because this movie is fucking horrible. He could have been in The Matrix, said no. Could have been in Lord of the Rings. And his excuse for it was, well, I couldn't understand the script. Really? Something about this script made more sense to you than the other
spoke to him. It spoke to him, Moose. I mean, something about it just he just had to do it.
The dump full of money dumped on his lawn spoke to him probably more than the script did.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Once again, to my point, cocaine is an expensive drug, folks. And Big Hero 6 is definitely Big Hero 6. If we were grading this would be a superb movie. So yes, Big Hero 6 for the win.
Yeah. Austin?
Yeah, I haven't seen Big Hero 6 since I saw it in the theater, so I'm definitely due for a rewatch, but I did enjoy it. And yeah, it's funny with League, it was like on cable all the time, so I would see like 15 minutes here and 15 minutes there. I know I've seen the movie all together if I were to mash all my times I've seen the 15-minute scenes, but I've never actually sat down and watched it start to finish, but I don't care to. So no, I don't want to watch that movie again. So it's going to be Big Hero 6 and another clean sweep, yeah. Definitely.
Yep. Big Hero 6. It is. So moving on, we have Hellboy going up against Bloodshot. Tonight. But it's all right. So we're back down to Jordan Owens. What do you got?
Round 2 and 3s are going to be fun. But I did not like Bloodshot. I know it's especially for theatrically released at the bottom of that year, if I remember correctly. I don't know if it's on here. I'm more of a Hellboy Golden Army guy, but I do like the first one, so Hellboy for sure for me.
Yeah. Gerald, what do you think?
I never got around to seeing Bloodshot, but even if I did, I know I'd still be voting for Hellboy. I love that movie. They're both of them great movies, so I always enjoy watching those. So definitely Hellboy.
Yeah. James?
Bloodshot, aka what happens when Vin Diesel's tired of The Rock moving in on his territory. Yeah, I mean, I've got Bloodshot over here on my rack. I got it for $5 at the dollar store, and I still haven't opened the packaging. So, yeah,
$4 too much.
Yeah, should have waited till it was actually $1, and then maybe it'd be worth it.
Hey, when you gotta study, you gotta study.
Yeah, it's very true.
Yeah.
All right, Moose.
Yeah, come on, it's Hellboy, right? Come on. I know people who will defend Bloodshot like to the death. I am not one of those people who do that. I dig all of the Hellboys. All three of them, in my opinion, are just so freakishly weird that it strikes a chord with me. So absolutely Hellboy. Let's go.
Yeah. Austin, what do you think?
I'm more of a fan of the Hellboy character portrayed by Ron Perlman than I am of the actual movies. I don't think I'm a Guillermo del Toro fan. The more I think about it, I haven't really loved any of his movies, to be honest. But I do wish he had gotten a chance to make a proper third one and conclude like a trilogy, rather than them kind of reboot that they did. I wish he had gotten a third one. But because I like the character and I like Ron Perlman, I'll vote for Hellboy. And Bloodshot, yeah, doing the whole basically it was all a dream or in your head bullshit. I hate that stuff. So yeah, Hellboy.
Yeah. Well, surprisingly, I'm actually a really big Vin Diesel fan. I just really like him. No matter what he's in, even the bad movies, I actually like him. So I mean, I'll watch pretty much anything with Vin Diesel in it. But I'm not gonna vote for over Hellboy for sure. So Hellboy's awesome, and I really love the first two Hellboy movies. The third one, I liked it. I didn't love it. I kind of missed the ape sleeping character, especially with Doug Jones playing it. That was a really fun character. But yeah, for me, it's got to be Hellboy. So go Hellboy.
All right, well, another sweep. Big surprise.
Another. Yeah, we're just sweeping up for that.
We'll get to see so much more. It could be a good movie if someone else.
It looks like the second round will be a little bit juicier when we get to our picks. So we'll see what happens.
Right,
but it's still fun to talk about all these movies. We're still having a good time. Oh boy, here we go.
Howard the Duck going up against Catwoman.
Oh, PU.
Bad
movies.
movies.
PU.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yes.
Jordan,
we had to have it on here.
Jordan.
Good grief.
Jordan, we already did our top 64 worst movies of all time show. I thought we got away from this. What are you doing?
Committee in on this?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? These are Oscar caliber movies here.
Oh yeah. Well,
if you believe that, I
you
got
have to pick one of them. So.
Phoenix to sell you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So which one are you gonna pick?
All right, Mr. Gerald, you're up first. What do you got?
Let's get this one over quick. We'll just go with Howard the Duck here.
Yeah. James.
Yeah, somehow the one with the anthropomorphic duck feels less insulting than the one where a woman actually acts like a cat and goes bananas for catnip. Yeah, I'm going for Howard the Duck.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Moose?
One day, I am hoping that there's the documentary produced by Willard Hoyk, the director of Howard the Duck, about how George Lucas absolutely screwed him. Because Lucas was originally supposed to be the director of this movie, and then said, I'm going to turn this over to my apprentice, Willard, who's going to direct this movie. You know how many movies Willard Hoyk has made after Howard the Duck? Goose Egg.
Yeah.
That being said, it's still a better movie than that shitbox Catwoman. So Howard the Duck.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Hey, all of you are talking. You put some respect on the name of Pitoff, the director of Catwoman. Put some respect on that man's name, okay? I'm not making that up. The director of Catwoman's name is Pitoff. Just one name, Pitoff. Anyways, but no, at least Howard the Duck has Leah Thompson in her underwear, so I'll vote for that over Catwoman. Yeah, there we go. Hey, so call me a misogynist. I don't give a shit. That's why I'm voting for it.
Yeah. Well, for me, I do like Howard the Duck. I don't hate it, but certainly don't love it. It's a 5 or 6 out of 10 maybe for me. I don't hate it as much as some people. That might be a little generous for some, but Catwoman's like a negative 5 out of 10. That movie is god awful. That movie's just woof. No, I don't ever want to rewatch anything even close to that again. I don't want to watch Catwoman. I don't want to watch Cats. I don't want to watch anything with the word cat in the title. No, I'm good.
Hey, you don't like sensual basketball scenes? I mean, come on.
No.
No.
I'm a big basketball fan, but not like that though. Yeah, so I'm going with Howard the Duck.
I do find it funny that you guys who play in fan leagues, Theater Geekdom type stuff, you have to watch these movies. You kind of have to being part of these leagues. I do find that ironically kind of it's oh fuck, today's the day where I got to watch Catwoman again. Oh shit.
Yeah. Well, you got two types of watching when it comes to studying. The ones that you're actually into that you study and you want to get the deep details on, and the ones you hate watch because you actually have to watch them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
That's
saying.
when you own your own freaking
You're like,
games.
yeah.
These are the ones
Yeah.
you study 3 shots of tequila deep before you start the study session. So
Yeah, that's right.
Get
Yeah.
3. I got 10 rounds of Jose Cuervo before I start that one.
Yeah. Well, Jordan, you want to give your thoughts here?
I'm not gonna say anything new, man. Come on, Duck Bubes. Howard the Duck.
Yeah.
Let's go with that. It
Yeah.
sadly has more redeemable things than Catwoman.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Jacob
Put
West
Catwoman
is
in the
making
litter
fun of
box where it
my
belongs.
wolf. Actually, wolfed at Catwoman because it was that bad. Yeah.
Mhm.
Wolf, yeah, but Howard the Duck. Moving on.
Mhm.
Up next, we have the Hulk from 2003.
Eric Bana Hulk.
Eric
Yeah.
Bana going up against Constantine.
Ooh.
Constantine. Ooh.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
James is up
James,
first.
yeah.
Here's the funny thing that I think about with this. Mark Andreyko actually defends Ang Lee's Hulk. He actually loves like the editing style and everything like that with it. And again, as a fan of comic books and like the panel kind of thing that they do with the editing, I can kind of see where he's coming from. But going against Constantine, I don't know. I've never been like after a certain point, like I wasn't huge into Keanu, like after like Bill and Ted or even like the first Matrix. So I kind of fallen off of him after a bit, but this is a tough one for me. You know what? I'm going to go with my gut instinct. I'm going to say Constantine.
Yeah, sounds good. Moose, what do you think?
So I wish I could be a writer or in the writer's room and they were coming up with the script for the Hulk and they were like, well, who's the final villain at the end? They're like, I don't know. Let's have him fight a cloud.
Yeah, right.
That works so well.
Yeah. Visually,
It's true.
great. Thanks. Love that. Love that the Hulk is fighting water on the last scene. But
Yeah.
I was so excited for the Hulk movie. And at the time, I was kind of on an Ang Lee kick, and that movie was just so disappointing. That being said, Constantine, with all of its bad acting, it's still a fun movie. And I dig anything that has to deal with like battling the supernatural forces. So Constantine's got my vote.
Yeah, sounds good. Austin?
Like I unironically I love Constantine. I love this movie. I've watched it so many times. Like I don't know, something about the vibe of it. I like the atmosphere of the whole thing. All the different like gear and weapons he uses throughout the whole thing. I know it's like a kind of a not accurate interpretation of the character from the comics, but like it's still Keanu. Like it's Keanu being Keanu, and I love Peter Stormare as the devil at the end. Like whatever what he's doing in that movie is great. You know, the whole like how things going now. Oh, busy. Like all that shit's great. He's like dripping slime. Oh, he's so great. Like I want a whole movie just about his like that character. But yeah, I did Constantine. So it's to me it's miles above the Ang Lee Hulk. Like I don't think this is even a contest.
Yeah, for me, I'm actually a huge fan of Constantine as well. Like I actually really love this movie. Like not only am I a huge Keanu Reeves fan, but I mean, it's kind of like you said. I was going to bring a Peter Stormare. Like I'm a fan of pretty much any movie where he plays the villain because he always plays a great villain. Like he just really like kind of made for that. And then also seeing Tilda Swinton in there as the Angel Gabriel, like that. Yeah, that's pretty fun. Like even Shia LaBeouf is a little sidekick. I mean, it's a good time. So,
Hey, Jaimon Hansu is Papa Midnight, man. Like, come on, with his little pip hat. Yeah.
It's a good
He's
time.
the best character in the movie aside from Stormare.
Yeah. Like I rewatched Constantine quite a bit. But I actually haven't ever even seen Ang Lee's Hulk because I was even late to the Hulk that's actually part of the MCU with Edward Norton. So I just saw that for the first time this year, actually. But probably, I imagine leaps and bounds better than this Hulk, but I've never seen it, so I'm going to vote Constantine.
Mr.
Jordan?
Yeah, these are kind of even to me to a degree, but I will also kind of go with the Constantine train. I think it's more easily rewatchable. There is a reason why it's still talked about to this day. People kind of want a follow up. No one's really begging for an Ang Lee, Eric Bana follow up. I think there's a reason to that as well. While Constantine has enough, you guys have already mentioned Sormare. I just saw a countdown recently as him being one of the top 10, performances for only being in the movie for an X amount of minutes. So let's go with Constantine. There's enough there to where I liked it just that much more.
Yeah. Gerald?
Yeah, I also really love Constantine. I saw it a bunch of times when it first came out, and I rewatched it recently to see if I would still enjoy it, and I still did. I think it's a great movie, honestly. So yeah, I'm going with Constantine.
Right.
Yeah, sounds good. Well,
another
sweet.
We keep talking about people wanting to see more of Constantine, and don't get me wrong, Stormare is great, but just the small little interaction that Matt Ryan and the guy who plays Lucifer, Morningstar, in the Lucifer TV show, that short interaction they had during Crisis on Infinite Earths makes me want to see more of that combination.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
The one defense I will have for the Hulk, Sam Elliott is Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross.
That is true.
Yeah.
Sam Elliott makes everything better.
That is true. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I love some Sam Elliott.
If Morgan Freeman is not available to narrate the events of my life, give me Sam Elliott.
Give me Sam Elliott, just sitting in my living room drinking coffee for 5 hours, and I'll be happy with that.
Yeah.
Yep, right. Yeah, for real.
The Ram all day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a new trailer for a prequel to that show Yellowstone, and it has Sam Elliott in it.
Yeah,
really
my fiance wants to see that.
Yeah, it looks really good. I'm pretty excited for that one. But moving on, we got the Joker going up against Daredevil. One-sided matchups all night long. So it's just the luck of the randomizer, So.
All right.
Well, you guys talk. I'm gonna grab a drink of water.
Sure. Yeah.
Moose.
Oh, I'm up. Okay. Come on now. It's Joker.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say.
Yep. Austin?
Yeah, I mean, I don't hate Daredevil, but going back to it, I mean, there's things to like about it. I mean, it's Ben Affleck does look good in the Daredevil suit. I mean, there's a reason he played Batman later. Dude's got that strong chin. I like Ben Affleck a lot. And Michael Clark Duncan as the Kingpin is not bad. He's a big hulking dude. He's got a unique presence. I mean, there's a good movie in there somewhere. If they just reworked it a little bit, there's a good movie somewhere to be found. But I love Joker so much. I saw it 3 times in the theaters. I dig everything about it. So yeah, I'll go Joker. But I don't hate Daredevil.
Yeah. And, well, for me, I got to go Joker pretty easily here, but I'm the same way. I don't really hate Daredevil either. I don't really mind Michael Clark Duncan as the Kingpin, and also seeing Colin Farrell playing Bullseye.
He's fun as Bullseye. He's having some fun. You can tell he's having a good time.
Yeah, for sure. So, and then also Ben Affleck and Jennifer Garner back when they were a couple, So they're together. So it's a fun.
Don't forget Jon Favreau before Happy Hogan as playing Foggy.
He's playing Foggy.
Yeah.
I totally forgot about that. But yeah, the Joker though, it's just a really powerful a movie. You never thought that we get this portrayal of the Joker, but we actually did, and Joaquin Phoenix killed it. Just all the little nuances is every time that I watch it and I catch something new that he's doing that just kind of blows me away. So I'm gonna go Joker. So Jordan.
Yeah, I'm for life. I'll always be a Ben Affleck defender. For any time anyone tries to knock Ben Affleck, I'm ready to defend him any day of my life. And me on Xbox at Ben Affleck. Again, it's one of those it's Joker all day, every day. I can see it going far personally. So Joker.
Ben Affleck was bombing Phantom, Joe.
Phantom's like a
Phantom's like a motherfucker.
Yeah, Cheryl.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Joker as well. I want to like Daredevil. I love that character, but the movie just didn't come together for me. So I'm going with Joker.
Yeah. Sounds good. James?
Daredevil, starring the star of almost every early 2000s superhero movie. Angst.
Yeah.
No, it's Joker. All over.
Evanescence. I thought you were going to say Evanescence, star of
That's
the
it.
or no.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
like, I like watching through Joker. I found myself getting genuinely uncomfortable and loving every second of it. So Joker, 100%.
Yep.
All right.
Well, it's another clean sweep. So Joker. Yeah. Yep.
Hey, we're having fun talking these movies. It's fun. These matchups are always interesting. All right.
Wait till round 2 though. Like it'll get intense. in round 2, so. But
the Peanuts, a comic strip, the Peanuts movie.
Yeah.
Hey,
We got a comic strip movie going up against
Spawn. Okay.
Yeah.
Only in tournament fights will you see us match up like this, folks. So
Yeah.
This is why you watch tournament fights. The Peanuts movie versus Spawn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you're up first, Austin, right?
Yeah. Peanuts movie's charming. I'm not a big Charlie Brown fan. I'm gonna piss off Chris Scott, one of our guys who pops in every now and then. There's again, much like Daredevil, there's a good movie in Spawn somewhere. Like there's the elements to make a good movie. I like Michael Jai. I'm a big Michael Jai White fan actually, and Leguizamo is having fun as that I forget his name, but the clown character, like
Violator.
Yeah. I figured you guys would back me up, you Intergeek guys, so you've had to watch Spawn, I'm sure. But yeah, like I don't hate that movie. I'm looking forward to like kind of a reboot, but I'd watch it over Peanuts movie oddly enough, so I'm gonna go Spawn. Yeah.
Yeah. And well, I've actually never seen Spawn, but the Peanuts movie didn't really do that much to really impress me. I just kind of like it for nostalgia factors. It was the first movie that I ever saw with my very first niece. I now have 2 of them, but it was the first movie that I took her to, and afterwards we were just dancing to the Meghan Trainor music they had afterwards. She was having a good time, so that's always like a kind of nostalgic memory. But even so, like there wasn't really too much that really impressed me, but I'm a huge Michael Jai White fan, and I'm excited to hopefully someday see the Spawn reboot with Jamie Foxx. But for now, I think I'm still going to vote Spawn, even though I haven't seen it, just because it intrigues me. So yeah. Jordan?
Yeah, I feel like you could make the argument Peanuts is a better movie, but I gotta go with my heart. I gotta go with John Leguizamo. Still in the show. Between this and the Pest, dude, I love that dude growing up. So, I'm gonna go with Spawn, man. I'd say again, kind of like a Pest. It's one that I would definitely jump to for a rewatch as well. So Spawn.
Yeah. Gerald?
Yeah. When I first saw Spawn, I thought it was like such an awesome movie, such a kick-ass character. It made me fall in love with the character of Spawn. It's a bad movie. It really is. It's a bad movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But nostalgia purposes alone, I'm voting for Spawn.
Sure, yeah. James?
Here's the thing. I like the Spawn movie. I really do. I like the cartoon with Keith David much better. And I'm going to be a dissenting voice here. I'm actually going to vote for the Peanuts movie because I know I'm outvoted. I'm gonna take that. But as someone who grew up watching a lot of those Charlie Brown Christmas specials or holiday specials every single month or whenever one of them came out, and then they had one that came out that was called Why Charlie Brown Why, and it was about a little girl who ended up with leukemia, and it was a heartbreaking thing to watch. But overall, that movie I was worried to death about the Peanuts movie because I wasn't sure if it was going to feel the same, if it even was going to be anywhere close to the heart and everything that I had felt in any of those original cartoons or specials, and it had all of that in spades and more. So for my nostalgia factor, I'm voting for the Peanuts movie.
Okay, fair enough.
Sounds good.
Bruce, what do you think?
The Peanuts movie is so freaking charming. It strikes every chord that James was just saying right there. Spawn is a stupid late 90s movie that has not aged well.
Yeah.
And the villain is just so, again, I love Leguizamo too, I do. Like, give me more Luigi Mario, as much as you can give me. But
yeah, right.
man, the Violator character is just terrible. Spawn is a bad comic book movie. I do really, really hope, because again, I think the character is super intriguing, and I think the premise of Spawn and Al Simmons and what he has to go through, and his abilities that he has. I mean, I think that the whole Spawn concept is amazing, and I agree. I have watched the Keith David cartoons, and it is absolutely far superior than this movie. I'm going with the Peanuts movie. James, you're absolutely right. That is the far better movie, and damn it, the Peanuts movie isn't charming. I know we lost, but still, I'm going to say my piece about it. Go watch the Peanuts movie and make yourself feel better.
It was the closest vote so far at 4-2, so
The closest one.
I know you guys were saying Jamie Foxx is Spawn. I personally would go with Mahershala Ali instead, but that's just my vote.
Sure.
Give me some John David Washington.
Hey, that's not a bad one either.
Yeah. But up next, though, we got Dick Tracy.
Dick Tracy.
Ooh.
Oh, the Dolph Lundgren Punisher.
Oh, wow.
The Dolph Lundgren one from the 80s. So, was it me first?
All right. Jordan, movie hero Jordan, first. All right.
This is the first one that's legitimately tough for me because
kind of.
They're both kind of mediocre for me, but I have like a little fun with each, not a lot, but I mean, probably I would end up going Dick Tracy here just because I like the noir style that they have going on. Like, I think that it's a fun time, and they got some pretty cool villains. They got I forget the Metalhead guy's name, if they just call him Metalhead or what they call him, but yeah, like, it's a fun time. So I'll go with Dick Tracy, but they're both movies that I haven't seen in a long time. So probably sometime soon, in the next year or two, I'll give them a rewatch. I'll get around to it. So, Jordan.
You actually just said what I was about to say. These are ones I have not seen in a while, but I think Dick Tracy is just much more well crafted. Punisher is kind of one of those kind of swept under the rug. You even forget about it sometimes when you think of Punisher movies. So I'll go with Dick Tracy.
Yeah. Gerald, what do you think?
Yeah, there's a lot of fun to be had with Dick Tracy. There's, like you said, there's some crazy characters in that, played by some great actors: Al Pacino, Dustin Hoffman. So,
Oscar-nominated Al Pacino for this over Godfather 3 that year.
Yeah, right.
That doesn't say well with me, but
he was Oscar-nominated for Big Boy Patrice. Like, that is the fun fact of the day.
But I'd vote for Dick Tracy here.
Yeah, the middle guy, his name's Flat Top. That's what it was. Yeah,
Flat Top.
Yeah, but James.
I'll say this: the Dolph Lundgren Punisher is not great. However, I missed Dick Tracy question in a match, I believe, against David Jindonian. So just out of spite, I'm going for the Punisher.
Sure.
Hey,
yeah.
all right.
Got our first spite vote. All right. So, Moose.
If Dolph Lundgren's character wasn't named Frank Castle, there would be absolutely no association in that movie to it being the Punisher.
Yeah.
He never even wears the skull at any point in the movie.
Yeah.
Dick Tracy is a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. And Gerald's right. Like, there's so many fun performances from A-list actors in this. Dustin Hoffman as Mumbles is a joy to watch. Because after his Mumbles is figured out, he's like, all right, let me reason with you. The whole Mumbles thing is dropped. It's Dick Tracy is a fun movie. It won't win anything in the next ranking, but it's a fun movie, and it's better than the Revenge Story, which is what this Punisher movie with Dolph Lundgren should be called. So Dick Tracy's got my vote.
Yeah.
Might win the next round against Spawn, maybe. We'll see. But might win one, but Austin, what do you think?
Yeah, I was actually rewatching the Dolph Lundgren Punisher before we went live, a few hours ago, because I picked up there's an Australian Blu-ray from Umbrella that actually plays here in the U.S., so I was watching it, and it's a breezy, fun watch. I'll give it. It's not hard to watch. He's literally shooting people the entire fucking movie for 90 minutes. Every 5 minutes he's going into a situation he shoots like 90 people in that movie. It's nuts. He's shooting ninjas in like a shopping mall. Like he's shooting up underground casinos. Like it's bonkers. But but I genuinely kind of like Dick Tracy. Like Al Pacino is really, really fun in that movie. Like there's a scene, if anybody wants to go back and watch it, where he's choreographing a dance with Madonna. Like he's being like the choreographer, like dancing around, being like, yeah, blah, 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 da, 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 da. Like he's genuinely having a great time, and it's actually a lot of fun. And the visuals are good. It looks good on Blu-ray. So I'll vote for Dick Tracy.
Yeah. Well, Dick Tracy it is then. Moving on. All right.
I didn't know where that one was going to go, honestly, because some people kind of like the Punisher movie, but yeah. All right.
Well, next we got yet another
Punisher. Thomas Jane's Punisher. Yeah. Swamp Thing.
Yeah.
Directed by Wes Craven.
Yeah. Surprisingly.
Yeah.
But
Well, I mean, he also did Vampire in Brooklyn.
That's true.
Yeah. But Jordan Owens, you're up.
Jordan. Yeah.
Yeah, so this will be my first one. Right, it's going to be Punisher simply by the fact that I don't think I've ever seen Swamp Thing, definitely not recently or full on. So Punisher. And the reason, again, kind of going back to what I said before, there's flaws in the movie, but I really like Thomas Jane. I like him as the character. Why people still kind of talk about him. So Punisher.
Yeah. Gerald?
And Punisher has Kevin Nash, Jordan Owens, so a little wrestling tie-in.
Yeah, that's true. A blonde Kevin Nash.
Yeah, that's right.
A blonde Kevin Nash, that's the Russian.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good fight scene too. Yeah, I enjoy that. I enjoy that movie.
It is.
I like Thomas Jane in that, so I'm gonna go with the Punisher as well.
Yeah. James?
Yeah, I mean, I gotta go along. Like, don't get me wrong. Like the whole B movie vibe of something like Swamp Thing seems like it should be right up Wes Craven's alley. But at the same time, like, there's just something you gotta love about, a blonde Kevin Nash, like we mentioned, fighting with Thomas Jane. Not only that, but I found, in a kind of ironic way, I found Travolta actually really fun as Howard Saint. So. I'm gonna go for the Punisher. And on another note, if you haven't seen, if you want to see a really fun side of Thomas Jane, watch The Predator, the newer one that just came out. Not a great movie overall, but he plays a character with Tourette's, and he is infinitely entertaining.
Oh, nice. Yeah, sounds
Once
good.
again, James, I'm in agreement with you. Thomas Jane and the Keegan Mike and Keel, or Keegan Mike and Keel, they're like dynamic with each other in The Predator. Is so much fun. Onto these two. As a lover of wild turkey, this movie was a wild turkey sponsored movie. It's in every bar scene. It's all Frank Castle's drinking. Howard Saint is insanely rich, and what is he drinking? Wild turkey.
Wild turkeys.
But I do, in regards to the movie, I do very much enjoy this movie, and I do think I am a big comic books guy, and I knew that Howard Saint is actually Jigsaw, and this was kind of a whole different take on Howard Saint. You got Jigsaw in the Lexi Alexander movie, played entirely, with kind of a made-up character name as that Jigsaw. So I kept expecting that at some point Travolta was going to bear all of the scars. But aside from that disappointment, I actually dug him in that role. And I, like the rest of you, it sounds like we're all Thomas Jane fans. So, yeah, the Punisher moves on.
Yep. Yeah, Austin?
Yeah. Swamp Thing is a pretty boring movie when you go back and watch it. It's not great.
Yes.
And I really like Thomas Jane as a Punisher. And again, I'll plug it again. The movie tie-in game from like 2005 is awesome. Go back and play the game. It's great. So yeah, I'm voting for the Punisher. Yeah, by a pretty big margin.
Yeah, and I also surprised have not seen Swamp Thing, so it hasn't really been a movie that's been on my radar really, but
you're fine.
It really is.
You're fine. You're fine.
Yeah. But I had a lot of fun with this Punisher movie, and I'm a big Thomas Jane fan. So even John Travolta, like everyone said, like he was having a lot of fun. It was a good time, and And
Yeah.
I'll just leave it at that.
Punisher
I'll
punishing the streets of
I'll go
Tampa,
Punisher.
Florida. Yes, the mean streets of Tampa.
Mean Streets, yeah. Why is
Let's
that,
face it,
like
with
New
some of the
York or
politicians going on there, there's plenty of punishment enough. to
Yeah,
make
there's a lot of corrupt
Yeah.
mobsters down there in Tampa.
right. Well, the Punisher it is. So
Yeah. All right.
So, but up next we have
Oh boy.
Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider. All
Going
right.
against Batman.
Mask of the Phantasm. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's interesting.
All right.
Oh.
All right.
Is it Gerald
All
first?
right. Gerald.
Yeah.
Oh, I was getting ready to vote for Ghost Rider there. I love Nick Cage in the role.
Yeah.
Not a good movie, but he really goes for it. But Mask of the Phantasm is just that's a big one for me. I love the animated series, and I've seen this movie a bunch of times. It's just so good. I love it. I love everything about it. So I'm going with Mask of the Phantasm.
Yeah. James, what do you think?
Man, here's the thing. It's a bad movie. Let's not get it twisted. Ghost Rider is not a great movie, but Nicolas Cage gives it his all, especially during those crazy transformation scenes. Sam Elliott once again as Carter Slade, the caretaker.
Yeah.
Again, just so much fun. Their dynamic, even though it's you can barely hear Sam Elliott half the time because he's like speaking in this low grumble. But Batman Mask of the Phantasm, I mean, as a child of the 90s, growing up with Batman the Animated Series, and again with the two people who I will defend to the death were the best Batman and the best Joker, Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill, respectively. I mean, how could I not? It's Mask of the Phantasm.
Yeah, sounds good. Moose, what do you think?
I like about 20% of Nick Cage's performances, and this is not one of them. And I love the character of Ghost Rider. Love it. And this movie's a shitbox. That being said, I saw Batman Mask of the Phantasm for the first time this year for study purposes, and absolutely dug it and agree 100%. Like, holy crap, Mark Hamill is the Joker, amazing. I was a child of the early 80s, so a lot of the Batman animated series passed me by. And revisiting this once, I've watched this movie twice this year now, and I do want to go back and revisit the animated series because I can only imagine if this movie was this good, then the animated series has been bonkers good.
The HBO Max.
Batman Mask of the Phantasm has my vote. Ghost Rider can burn in hell.
Yeah. Yep.
Yes, exactly. Pun intended.
Yeah. Well, Austin, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm voting for Mask of the Phantasm, but I genuinely love Nick Cage. He's one of my favorite actors. I just think he's an interesting actor, especially lately. He's made some really crazy out there independent films, and I'm digging it. But like I the one scene I will say I think is genuinely pretty awesome is when him and Samuel Elliott both transform, and it's like the bike and the horse riding like across the land. Like, it's pretty fucking cool. If there was more of that in the movie of just like just going full on with it, I'd be down with it. But Spirit of Vengeance does a little bit more of that. But yeah, I'll still go with Batman Mask of the Phantasm. Yeah, Moose. The animated series is one of my favorite TV shows of all time. Like, that series rocks. It's great. It's excellent show. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I have seen every single episode of Batman the Animated Series, but for whatever reason, I've not seen Batman Mask of the Phantasm yet. So I really need to get around to seeing it because I mean, it just plays right into the original series. But Ghost Rider, like I had a lot of fun with Ghost Rider. Actually, like, I didn't love it, but I mean, I thought the special effects were really cool, and like I'm kind of like with. Like some of these actors, like Keanu Reeves or Vin Diesel, like Nick Cage for me is another one of those actors that they're like, I'll watch anything that he's in, like good, bad, like it doesn't matter to me. Like, I'm just a huge Nick Cage fan. So especially like the crazier that he is, like I love a crazy Nick Cage. So, but yeah, so I think that just because I haven't seen Mask of the Phantasm, I gotta vote Ghost Rider. So, Jordan.
This is another big come on. Come on for me. Yeah, to reiterate stuff that's already been said, I don't think Ghost Rider is very good. The sequel is at least interesting in points. This first one's kind of dull. I didn't like it. Phantasm's just a good movie, not an animated movie. It's a good movie. Further love for the animated series. We were spoiled in the 90s because we had the best animated series out there, and there still hasn't been as good since. Further love to Conroy and Hamill, so 100% Phantasm.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I figured Phantasm was
Phantasm.
probably going to move on, so yeah,
Mhm.
I'm not mad about it at all. I'm actually happy. So.
Yeah, that one's been another favorite every time it's come up once or twice on tournament fights and has made it pretty far. So yeah.
But speaking of Batman, we got another Batman movie on
Batman 66. Yeah, Batman the movie. All right, Adam Sandler. Or not Adam Sandler, Adam West. Like
Adam West.
Adam
Yeah.
West.
Well,
yeah,
you know,
Movie.
he might
There's
fit
our
in that
second
movie.
movie pitch, Austin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
hey, you know,
Stop looking at me,
this is
Robin.
wanted.
Yeah.
But
Some days you
But
just
one
can't get over a bomb. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. We're going to get wanted. So, and I believe James, you're up first. So.
Yeah, James.
Here's the thing: as much as I've got love for Adam West and what he did for the Batman character and this and that, there were just a lot of really interesting concepts to me in Wanted. It was the movie that introduced me to James McAvoy. I mean, we got a nice little side role for Chris Pratt in there as his best friend who's sleeping with James McAvoy's girlfriend. You got Angelina Jolie, Morgan Freeman, Common, all in there. Again, interesting premise, interesting lore or backstory kind of that they could have built upon or maybe even made a prequel to. Obviously, they haven't. Yeah, I'm going to go with Wanted on this one. Grant, and like I said, I love Adam West. I love Burt Ward. I've actually got a Burt Ward Dick Grayson action figure that I picked up at a Comic-Con about 2 years ago. But, for my money, if I were to sit for a little while and watch Adam West in Batman versus Wanted side by side, I'd find myself drawn more to Wanted than I would Batman, in all honesty. Again, no disrespect, but that's just my 2 cents.
All right.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Moose.
Moose, yeah.
Batman 66 is bonkers. And I have to put myself in the time period to really go, okay. Like at the time, this was probably
Groundbreaking.
like fun that people were having, but when when the person being kidnapped by the Legion of Doom is Commodore Schmidlap,
Schmidlap's the name. Schmidlap. Schmidlap.
Yeah, it's it's of the time for sure.
Yeah.
I have a ton of love for it, and I think that the camp is just so much fun to rewatch with Batman. Wanted, of the two movies, I think Wanted is the better movie, and I'm going to vote for that one. But I agree as well that I do have a lot of love for 66 Batman.
Yeah. Austin?
What sits in a tree and is deadly? A sparrow with a machine gun. Like, what the fuck? That's a real line from that movie.
I know.
Yeah.
Burgess Meredith, baby. Burgess Meredith.
Dude, I've cosplayed as Burgess Meredith. I will feel free to in the Facebook chat. I will show you pictures. I have a cosplay of I dress up as Burgess Meredith's Penguin, and people love it. So I have a lot of love for the series. And the world's greatest detective, Adam West, Penguin, the Penguin. Yeah, no shit. Yeah. So I Wanted to me. I've only seen Wanted once. It's kind of forgettable to me, honestly. So I'm definitely going Batman the movie on this one. Yeah.
Yeah, for me, this is another matchup that's just kind of mediocre for me. I mean, I like both of these. I don't love them, but it makes it kind of a tougher choice for me. But probably I'll just give the edge to Wanted, just because it gives a cool concept with the whole fraternity and like the whole bending bullets and all that stuff. So or curving them, So yeah, but I'm a big fan of the original Batman. I know Chris Scott, our third partner in the channel, he's a massive fan of the original Batman. So much so that I think that this might be his favorite Batman movie. I don't know, but I'm gonna go with Wanted here. So
All right. Jordan Owens.
As previously said, respect to Adam West and kind of the OG Batman, but at the same time, one is just more up my alley. That's the thing I would go to definitely to watch as a rewatch. An interesting premise as that it's been said. So I lean towards Wanted myself as well.
Yeah. Gerald?
I wanted just never. For whatever reason, I just never really spoke to me. I never really liked it. Didn't really enjoy it as much as I wanted to. And the Batman series, I used to watch that a lot. It used to be on early in the mornings. I would get up and watch that. I always had a lot of love for Adam West Batman, so I'm gonna go with Batman.
Yeah.
Okay, real quick, Moose, what did you vote for again? I lost it in the shuffle.
Wanted.
Okay, so fair enough. Okay, I thought we were almost at a tie. No, we not at a tie. 4-2 for Wanted. But yeah, not a clean sweep.
For Wanted.
Let me pose this question, fellas, because this just kind of popped in my head. Can you imagine if they took some of the concepts from Wanted and try to integrate that into the John Wick franchise?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah,
I'd be down for that.
John Wick 5.
Yeah, right.
John Wick
curving
crossover. First John Wick can stop bullets. Now he can curve bullets.
Yeah, right. There you go.
Is that one more? I think this might be the last one on this side. We're almost there. Yeah. So we got Red versus Richie Rich, a comic strip.
Wow. Comic strip movie. Yeah, comic books and comic strips. So.
Lord,
I told you we'd have some surprises. Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Wow.
So.
Moose.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll hear kind of wacky matchup.
I like Red. Red's a fun movie. I like to see all these old timers kicking ass. I don't know if I want to vote for Macaulay Culkin. I don't know if you heard that he had changed his middle name to his last name, so now his official name is Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah.
Red is definitely better than Richie Rich. So yeah, Red's got my vote.
Yeah. Austin?
I'm going to vote for Richie Rich because I live outside of Asheville, North Carolina, where the Biltmore Mansion, the Rich family estate in this movie, was filmed. And I've done a Facebook video touring the Biltmore, showing you all the locations from the movie. So I have a nice connection to this movie. I genuinely kind of dig it. So I'm going to vote for Richie Rich. It's a it's a nostalgia pick, but I'm going to vote for it.
Yeah. This one's kind of surprisingly tough because I grew up watching a lot of these family movies, which you'll see we got an episode of Tournament Fights coming up in a week or so that it's going to be all live action G and PG rated movies. So that's coming up because that's a big part of my childhood. So Richie Rich was on a heavy rotation. I can probably quote it way more than I want to, and like all the different things that like I've always wanted McDonald's in my house or like a roller coaster in my backyard. I mean, come on, but definitely speaks more to kids, and the older that I get, I just don't really care for it as much. But I think Red's a lot of fun though, because it's just a fun kind of mix of these the retired guys just kind of getting back into the mix of things. So yeah, and it's a fun cast. So yeah, I'll go with Red. Jordan?
Yeah, Richie Rich came out at the right time for me. It is a kid's dream. I'm just like, what would I do? Like you said, having the McDonald's and all the crazy things you wish you could do as a kid, finding either a blank check or being Richie Rich. But even with that being said, though, I got to go with Red. It was a pleasant surprise. Not familiar with the comic by any means, so it wasn't really against it, but wasn't necessarily knowing what to expect. And it was a fun movie. You were really ready for that sequel, and then the sequel happened.
Yeah. Yep. Well, Gerald, what do you think?
Yeah, I actually just watched Richie Rich not too long ago after we went and did the tour of the Biltmore. It was interesting to learn that was the house.
Did you visit Asheville, or do you live near, or what?
My buddy lives in Charlotte, and we went to Asheville for the weekend.
Nice. Yeah, I'm only about 10 minutes from the Biltmore, so yeah, I've been there a couple of times.
Okay.
Nice.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually didn't hate it as much as I thought I would, because I remember seeing it when I was a kid and I thought it was stupid, but it wasn't as bad. But Red is a good movie. I like Red. always good to see Carl Urban pop up in a comic book movie. So I'm going to go with
Oh
Red.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, sounds good. James, what do you got?
Yeah. Here's the thing. The whole concept behind Red, I was kind of curious about, but then when I really sat down and watched it, I was just like, this is really just like geriatric James Bond wannabe kind of stuff, and it just really didn't speak to me very much. Whereas when I saw it at the time, Richie Rich, being a Macaulay Culkin fan as a kid, not just from Home Alone, but from Pagemaster and other projects as well, it hit me at the right time. And again, it was, the ultimate wish fulfillment for a kid like me. What would you do if you were rich as sin and almost seemingly had no consequences? So, I'm going to go for Richie Rich.
Hey, all right.
Yeah. Sounds
A
good.
little love for Richie Rich. Not quite
A little
enough
love.
to overtake the cinema
Yeah.
classic that is Red, but it is what
Red,
it is.
Yeah, so I believe that's the last for that side. Yep. All right.
right.
So moving on.
We're doing pretty
Next
good with our
side.
pacing. So yeah, again, once we get to those
Yeah.
inner brackets, we plow through really, really quick and it gets a little interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see what the other half has in store. We've had some interesting
half?
matchups so far, to say the least. So we'll see what happens here.
Lord.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
We got the losers going up against Scott Pilgrim
This is
versus
Scott
the Winners.
Pilgrim.
Yeah.
All right.
So
I'm up first.
who's up first?
Yeah.
All right.
Me.
All right. So what do you got?
I kind of went on this. I think it came up on another show recently. I'm not as high on Scott Pilgrim as a lot of people are. I don't really dig that movie that much. I think Scott Pilgrim's kind of a dick, and
Hold up.
I lost it. That's okay.
It's coming back. Don't worry.
Don't worry. We'll keep talking about it. He'll get it
Keep
back.
talking.
But yeah, I'm gonna vote for The Losers.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of an
it
underrated,
a vote.
fun little kind of team heisty kind of movie. So yeah, I'm gonna vote for The Losers actually.
Yeah. The Losers for me it was a good time. Like I like seeing all the the particular cast together, kind of seeing some early moments from Chris Evans, and then also his name's escaping me, the guy that played Negan from The Walking Dead, but yeah, he's on there. So
Jeffrey Dean Morgan,
it was a
man.
good time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Jeffrey Dean Morgan. So yeah, like it's a fun cast, and I had a good time with it. A lot of fun comedy to it. Like I think that the Scott Pilgrim is a lot of fun too, but for me, like it just pops up way too much on tournament fights and always gets voted in. So for me, seeing it that many times on here, I'm just gonna vote for Losers for fun. So yeah, I'll vote for Losers. Jordan?
I don't mind The Losers either. I was actually pleasantly surprised. I'm getting it like on sale on Black Friday and liking it more than I thought I would. It's something I kind of slept on because I felt like the reviews were kind of mediocre. But I had fun with it. I am going to go for Scott Pilgrim though. I still think the laughs are just are there that much more. And I do see what you're saying about Scott Pilgrim. There is some weird like, oh, when you really think about it, I don't know if he deserves her, but I still think it's more of an interesting, well-made film. So Scott Pilgrim for me.
2 Chris Evans movies, by the way. I forgot about Chris Evans in the second
really
one.
fun performances too. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Scott Pilgrim was a total dick to Knives. I mean, what did Knives do to him?
Knives is great. Yeah, and then a little dick to her. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Not a little young. Yeah, it's some weird stuff.
Yeah, but Gerald.
Yeah, both of these movies have great casts. They're both fun movies. I did enjoy The Losers. I agree with you; it is underrated, but it's hard for me to vote to not vote for Scott Pilgrim. I do really love that movie, so that's what I'm going with.
Yeah. James.
Yeah, like I said, like everybody's kind of brought it up. Awesome cast. Yeah, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, you had Chris Evans and Idris Elba in The Losers, but then of course you look in Scott Pilgrim versus the World. You've also got Chris Evans. You've also got Brandon Routh playing a douchey vegan, which was actually really fun to watch. I will say this: I found the visual style and the filmmaking and just the way that they kind of edited things together and the overall aesthetic that they went with a lot more interesting, at least for my money, as a video game nerd in Scott Pilgrim than I did in The Losers. But that's not to say that it's a bad film. I feel like Scott Pilgrim resonated with me a little bit more just due to that visual style just a little bit more. So I'm going to go Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah. James?
Oh,
yeah,
well,
sorry.
this is a tough one.
Yeah.
Because I do very, very, very much enjoy both of these movies. I love Edgar Wright. I absolutely love his filmmaking style. This one hits so much for comic book and video game nerds with Scott Pilgrim. Sylvain White's The Losers is such a fun freaking movie. I'm gonna vote for The Losers simply because I really do feel like Scott Pilgrim has been overplayed a little bit too much. I saw Scott Pilgrim in theaters, and I saw The Losers in theaters. And for me, if I did have a choice between which one for me had rewatchability, it's going to be The Losers. I love the cast. I actually very much enjoy the chemistry between that group. So yeah, I'm going to vote The Losers, but it's close because I do very much enjoy Scott Pilgrim and I love Edgar Wright movies. But yeah, Sylvain White's The Losers. Let's do it.
Well, we have our closest matchup so far. We have a tie. We finally have a tie. So we go to Jordan Owens gets the first tiebreaker vote of the evening. You can vote for either one and put it through. So what are you going to do, sir?
Oh man, it's got to come to me on one that I was torn on.
Yeah.
You know what? Well, let's have some fun. Since you said it doesn't get enough love, I'll throw the curve here. Losers.
All right, he pulls the swerve and he
Awesome.
puts the Losers
Sounds
there.
good.
All right, you can switch your vote as a tiebreaker, and he does it.
I'm sure
like it.
Pilgrim
There you
will
go.
talk about it another point, another list. So Losers.
I can be mad about it, but they're both thoroughly entertaining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we have another tie, the tiebreaker will go to Gerald. So look forward to that, Gerald. If you listen out for that, in case you can do one. So we'll see what happens. But if we have another tie, we've had some lopsided matchups here. This is our first one. So all right.
Well, up next we
Scroll on
got
down
Sin
Sin City
going up against the
The
Phantom.
Phantom. Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Who's up
And
first?
Jordan Anderson is up first. Yeah.
We'll say that I watched the Phantom yesterday for the very first time to kind of prep for this because I'd never seen it. I know Austin's really a big fan of it, but and for me, I had a lot of fun with it. I will say that the character of the Phantom just kind of felt a little out of place in an Indiana Jones kind of movie. That just this kind of weird character just kind of coming in out of nowhere. The lore's a little cheesy at first, but the longer that I watched it, I kind of got into it a little more. I kind of dug it. But I mean, Sin City though, it's just awesome. I'm a big Robert Rodriguez fan, and the cast is just really really strong, and the comic book style. This might be one of the most comic book movies on this whole list, and I had a lot of fun with it. So I'm gonna go with Sin City. So Jordan.
Yeah, I don't mind the Phantom, but kind of like what you were saying, I feel like maybe a little style over substance for me with Sin City. The style's really good, killer cast. Yeah. So I too will go. I'll go Sin City.
Yeah, Gerald.
This one's hard for me. I love Sin City, but I also love the Phantom. I used to watch this movie all the time when I was a kid. I'm ashamed to say I haven't seen it in a long time. This is a tough choice for me. I said if the Phantom popped up, I was going to vote for the Phantom. So I'm going to go with the Phantom.
Sure. Yeah. Sounds good. Yeah.
James.
Again, it's a toughie because both of them have soft spots for me in different ways. Again, the Phantom, much more campy, almost like in that kind of pulpy, Rocketeer, Indiana Jones, serial style and whatnot, which I dig in certain respects. At the same time, I'm also a huge film noir and that just kind of grim and gritty kind of style. So, man, this is a coin toss.
Yeah. You actually flip a coin for real. We've had people do that.
I'm going to go Sin City.
Yep. All right.
That's what I'm going.
Sounds good. Moose, what do you got?
Let's go Phantom, baby. Come on. All day. All day. Come on. The Phantom is great. I love the freaking Phantom. Sin City is all right. The problem with Sin City is Sin City 2. Sin City 2 has absolutely destroyed Sin City. So come on, the Phantom is amazing. Billy Zane, nice job, buddy. Let's go, Phantom all day.
Yeah.
Well, Austin?
Dude, come on. My name tag for tonight is The Ghost Who Walks, dude. I fucking love The Phantom. And I will defend this movie today. We do a thing on our show, for anybody who doesn't know. We've done top 64 for this thing where we've all put our top 64 favorite movies on there. The Phantom's on my top 64. That's how much I love this movie. I've watched it so many times. I just think it's good old-fashioned entertainment. They don't make movies like this anymore. Just really breezy, like pulpy, serial kind of stuff. Treat Williams is like chewing scenery, and he knows exactly what movie he's in that movie. Like, he's having so much fun. Come on, it's Xander Drax. It begins and ends with the letter X. Come on, he makes it known. He loves it. Like, and the fact that just for me that put it over the top is when I met Billy Zane at a Comic-Con, and like the fact that he loves this movie like as much as like the people who love this movie love it. Like, it just cemented it for me. So yeah, Phantom all day. Let's go Phantom. And with that, we have another tie, and it goes to Gerald. Please, you voted for the Phantom. Make us happy. Put it through, please. Please.
I gotta make this decision again.
Wild turkey with your name on it.
Come on.
Yes, I am gonna stick with my vote. I'm gonna go with the Phantom.
Do it for Billy. Yes, do it for Billy. At least get him into the second round. If he loses later, I'm fine. But let's at least get him to the second round. Yay. All right. Let's go Phantom.
Woo.
Yeah.
All right. And Moose, you win my heart with how much you love the Phantom too. Thank you, Moose. I appreciate it.
You bet, brother.
Yes, I love it. I love it.
We have Spider-Man.
Dude, he sells Phantom rings at his table. Billy Zane does. Come on, you can buy one from him. Like, come on.
But I was gonna say that the End of the Spider-Verse probably soon to be part of a larger universe, but it's not quite yet. So we
not yet. So yeah. Flash Gordon.
Flash Gordon. Yeah.
Oh man.
Good times.
Against Flash.
Yeah.
All right.
One of the greatest
Mr. Owens. Yeah.
All
right.
I love Spider-Verse so much from the design of it. It's a different looking film, which at first in the trailer I was like, oh, I don't know, but like once you see the whole thing and you see the whole universe they kind of create, it's a lot of fun. John Mulaney as Spider-Ham. Again, Nicolas Cage popping in as a voice. Never go wrong with Nicolas Cage, I feel. So yeah, I'm gonna go Spider-Verse.
Yeah. Gerald?
Sure.
I love Spider-Man. I love everything Spider-Man. So I mean, look, I'm wearing a Spider-Man shirt right now. So I'm going Spider-Man.
Yeah. James?
This is tough for me because I talk about how I love like campy and over the top and ridiculous, and Flash Gordon is definitely that. But one of my favorite video games of, I want to say the mid to late 2000s, maybe even early 2010s, was Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions. And I believe that has given way to this, with Into the Spider-Verse, and now what we're getting into with a more live-action multiverse with No Way Home. So I've got to go for Into the Spider-Verse on this one.
Yeah, sounds good. Moose? What do you think?
Into the Spider-Verse is a phenomenal movie. I mean, if you were to go with my top movies, Into the Spider-Verse is probably easily in the top 10. I love it so much. I love the character of Miles Morales. I love every person that they cast in these different roles in there. It's such a wild, crazy, fun Spider-Man movie, and I'm so excited that there's just going to be part of a larger universe. I don't have the love for Flash Gordon that a lot of people do. I just don't. Every time I view it, I just go like, this movie's dumb. And I know that there's a large, love for it. That's just my personal opinion on that. And I respect people that do have a huge love for this. But Into the Spider-Verse is a great movie. Let's put that one forward, please.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hey, I'll watch Flash Gordon over Lady Hawk any day.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. But Austin, what do you think?
It's come up before on the show. I'm not as big on Into the Spider-Verse as other people are. The movie gave me a literal headache with the animation, like especially at the finale. Like I don't know, I got motion sickness or some shit. I'm getting old, but yeah, I'll go with the Queen soundtrack and Flash Gordon. My 4K looks great. It's very colorful and a lot of fun. I'm gonna go with the old pulpy stuff here again. I'm gonna go with Flash Gordon.
Yeah, whenever I think of Flash Gordon, I just think of the movie Ted, just because Sam Jones and like all the different references that are in that movie, they're pretty fun. But I mean, if you saw like literally how many Spider-Man things that I have in this room, there's like one here, there's one there. I don't have the lights on very bright. I have a huge one in the back here. Even got like one just sitting right next to me here. Like I am a huge Spider-Man fan, and this movie like really blew me away when I saw it. I did think that the animation was a little wonky, like, but I got used to it the more that I watched it because it just feels more like a comic book, and like just like everything about it, just the like style, the music, the voice acting, just like it's a lot of fun, and I'm super excited for the next one that they just put out the little inside look at the next Into the Spider-Verse movie, so I'm looking forward to it. So I'm gonna go with Into the Spider-Verse for sure.
All right, 5-1. It's going through.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He already voted. That's right. He was first. So
Yeah.
Spider-Man it is. Into the Spider-Verse.
Okay.
All right. Well, next we got a history of violence going
Mm-hmm.
up against the Spirit.
The Spirit.
Ouch.
Wow.
Lord Almighty.
PU. Yeah. But
You. Gerald is up first.
Okay.
Yeah.
I missed the Spirit and never had any inkling to go and seek it out and watch it. History of Violence I have seen multiple times. I always have a great time watching this movie. So yeah, that's it. That's the one I'm going with.
Yeah. Sounds good. James?
The Spirit is a perfect reminder of why you don't let the original creators dictate what happens in a film. It's the exact same problem that plagued the 50 Shades movies, with the exception of the fact that 50 Shades was a sucky premise from the get-go. I'm gonna go for History of Violence here, just because I find the story a lot more compelling. A guy trying to, ditch his old life, trying to go legit, trying to just live his life, but then that life again. We go back to The Godfather, Godfather Part 3 specifically. Just when I think I'm out, they pull me back in, and that's kind of what ended up happening with this situation. So yeah, History of Violence for me.
Yeah, for sure. Moose, what do you think?
My humble opinion, the Spirit is a fart box. And I agree. I agree with James. This is, this is why creators need to come up with the ideas and turn it over to another creative source. My all-time favorite movie is Ghostbusters, right? And if Harold Ramis and Ivan Reitman had allowed Dan Aykroyd to make the movie that he wanted, we probably wouldn't consider Ghostbusters a classic. History of Violence is a really good movie. I was shocked that this movie was in an Inner Geekdom category for me in the Shimoda. And it's still weird to consider this like a comic book movie, and I know it's like a graphic novel, so it falls into that category, but it actually just is a really good movie. Also, John Hurt as his crazy brother at the end of the movie is that the scene between the two of them.
I believe, right? Yeah.
William Hurt, excuse me, yes.
Yeah.
William Hurt.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's fire. It's fire. So History of Violence.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Austin?
Yeah, no, History of Violence is one of my probably top 100 favorite movies anyways, like even regardless of the kind of graphic novel connection. I fell in love with this movie when I saw it in theaters. I've gone back to it. I go back to it probably once a year. Like I just dig everything about it. And yeah, apparently though, in the Kick-Ass universe, people really love The Spirit, and it was a big hit because they're going to watch The Spirit 3 at the beginning of that movie. If anybody of you guys recall when they go to the movie theater, when what's his name goes, like they're watching The Spirit 3. So it was a big hit in that universe, some parallel universe. People love the Spirit, but yeah, no, it's a history of violence all the way.
You believe in the multiverse? There's probably some place where
It happened. Yeah.
You know, like legend is revealed as revered
It's a big time franchise.
Yeah. Well, on paper, the Spirit, it looks like a fun concept on paper. I mean, you got Frank Miller, Property, and then you have Samuel L. Jackson, Scarlett Johansson, Sarah Paulson, like a bunch of those really good actors in there. But it's horrible. Like it's a total train wreck. And I actually watched. So I had enough time to squeeze one more movie in. Well, actually, 2 movies, I should say, which we'll get to the next one when it comes up. But I was able to watch the history of violence actually right before we went live. I had it playing in the background, and it was a lot of fun. Like I was pretty surprised to just go on this ride with Viggo Mortensen's character, just like trying to escape his past life, and it just keeps coming back to haunt him. And anytime you see Ed Harris as the villain too, like he's always a great villain too. So I had a lot of fun with all of that. So yeah, it was a good time. I'm a little surprised that it's actually based on a graphic novel. I wouldn't have known that unless you actually told me that. But it was a fun time. So yeah, I would go history of violence by about a mile over the Spirit. So Jordan.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's by the time you get to me, it's been said. Yeah, Spirit's not very good. History of Violence is always almost a surprise. I think I'm constantly surprised. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, it's a graphic novel film because it's a really well done movie. William Hurt has said with like less than 10 minutes of screen time, he got an Oscar nomination for his role. Pops in at the end, another great, guy that uses his minutes wisely. And Viggo Mortensen, I think, is a fantastic actor. I wish he did more. He should do a lot more. But yeah, History of Violence, I think, again, pretty easily here. Come on.
Yep.
Come on.
Come on. The History of Violence. Yep. Clean sweep again.
All right.
I think this next matchup is going to be the last one I've got time for tonight, gentlemen.
Oh, okay. Sounds fair enough.
Sure. Yeah. But
well, it's Mystery Man. You're right on a high note.
Mystery Man. Against Green Lantern.
Yeah.
We almost had a good matchup. But
so close.
Yeah.
Well, and speaking of James, why don't you vote? You're first on this one, and then go ahead and plug what you got to plug, and if you got to go,
sure thing. Geez. Let's see if I'm way in the positive. Mystery Men, for crying out loud. I mean, come on. Like, you got, Ben Stiller, William H. Macy, Kel Mitchell, like just so many just fun personalities and ideas in regards to these abilities that these guys all have and just the unconventional nature of it. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like the Green Lantern character, and I thought that there were concepts within the movie that could have been explored and this and that, but it was just a bad script, bad CGI, and just wasn't a good fit for Ryan Reynolds. I'm sorry. So yeah, Mystery Men. But yeah, if you want to see me take part in more debates like this, I actually host a similar show like this over on my own channel, Shimo Productions. We've done ones on the greatest Nickelodeon shows of all time. We've done greatest anime of all time. We've even started one on the greatest or catchiest TV show theme songs of all time as well over there. So I also do watch along reactions. My buddy Ryan and I are going to be doing one for Hawkeye. We're going to be doing some for Witcher Season 2, Animaniacs Season 2, a whole bunch of stuff over there. You can also follow me over there for my podcast, the Wrestling Ramblings and Rages podcast, where we talk all things professional wrestling, whether it's done in a format like the Top 10 show with John Roca and Matt Nost, or we just talk about, the upcoming pay-per-views, make our predictions, review the pay-per-views. We do punishments in regards to pay-per-view predictions. We got all that crazy stuff going on. So head on over to Shimo Productions, or you can go over to our any podcast app and look for Wrestling Ramblings and Rages. You can probably find us there.
All right. Sounds great, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Hey, like I said, appreciate you guys having me. Sure. And, if you ever need a butt in a seat to fill a spot, let me know.
All right.
Yeah, for sure. You're welcome back anytime. We'll let you know. So.
All right. Well, take care, fellas.
Thank you, James.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
All right. Well, I've got his vote for Mystery Men, though, and we'll move on to Moose. So now that we're down to 5, we don't need the tiebreakers at the moment, but we'll see what happens. So, Moose. Yeah.
Paul Rubens plays a character called the Spleen, whose superpower is the ability to fart. And not only fart, but to control that fart in an aggressive and violent manner. Mystery Men rocks. Mystery Men rules forward.
Yep. Austin.
Yeah, William H. Macy is the shoveler, and his superpower is he hits you with a fucking shovel. So yeah, Mystery Men. yeah. No, I you put these in front of me, I'm watching Mystery Men. There's a good movie in Green Lantern somewhere. Like I like some of the things they do here and there, some of the concepts, some of the visuals, but like there's a good movie buried in there somewhere. But yeah, I'm sorry, yeah, it's Mystery Men.
Yeah. Well, I will say that I really like Ryan Reynolds' performance in the Green Lantern, but everything else about the movie sucks. Like at the end, he literally fighting a giant diarrhea cloud at the end. It's just like what kind of movie we're watching here? But like Mystery Men's awesome. Like not only is Mystery Men like one of my favorite comic movies, it's probably one of my favorite overall movies, and it's probably in my top 100 favorite movies of all time. Like this movie is just so much fun. I love seeing Greg Kinnear in there as Captain Amazing going up against Ben Stiller, Mr. Furious, that like just gets mad as a superpower, and then seeing Jeffrey Rush in there as Casanova Frankenstein, like that's a fun time for a villain. So yeah, like it's a really cool cast. Pretty decent writing from a director that like didn't really do too much else. Like she did this movie, and I'm not really sure what else she's really done. So yeah, I am very high on Mystery Men. So yeah, I'll vote Mystery Men.
All right.
Jordan?
I wanted to like Green Lantern more than I ended up liking it like most. I don't blame Reynolds. I definitely blame the CGI, the script. It just never really matches up. So definitely my vote goes to Mystery Men as well. Everyone's mentioned the cast. Y'all forgot the best part. Dane Cook as the Waffler. So
That's fun. Yeah.
Did you guys validate?
Yeah. Right. Gerald?
Yeah, for me, Green Lantern was a huge disappointment. And Mystery Men, I also really love this movie. Huge fan of it. Like you guys said, great cast. Tom Waits shows up in this movie.
Yeah.
It's just it's a fun time. I would watch this over and over again, and I have. So Mystery Men.
Yeah.
All right. It's unanimous for the Mystery Men. Yeah.
Mystery Men it is.
All right.
Yeah. All right.
So
So moving on next, we got the Watchmen going up against the Mask of Zorro.
Mask of Zorro.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
All right.
yeah. Who's up first?
Yeah, we go to Moose.
Moose. All right.
I didn't think this one would be as tough as it is, but I actually really enjoy the Mask of Zorro. I enjoy the Legend of Zorro too. I think that they're both like fun Martin Campbell movies. I mean, obviously he made the shitbox that is the Green Lantern that we were just talking about, but the Mask of Zorro movies, they are a lot of fun, and the character of Zorro is just a really unconventional superhero. That being said, Watchmen is a totally different take on what you would consider superheroes to be. And I'm hit or miss with Zack Snyder movies, but for me, for some odd, strange reason, Watchmen always kind of hits a solid. So I'm going to go with the Watchmen.
Yeah, sounds good. Austin?
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen Mask of Zorro. I'm definitely due for a rewatch on it. Yeah, because I know it's good. I remember it being good. But like I'm a Zack Snyder guy. I dig the Zack Snyder stuff, like all the things pretty much he does. And I like Watchmen a lot. I don't watch the one with all the cartoon shit mixed in, but I'll watch like the 3 just like straight live action one. Like I don't need all that animated bullshit. but yeah, I'll dig on Watchmen Director's Cut. So yeah.
For some reason, whenever I think of the Mask of Zorro, like the character that Antonio Banderas plays, like it always reminds me of that like SNL skit with Chris Kattan, where they're like, "No, too sexy," and he's like slowly unbuttoning his shirt like the whole time, and they keep bringing it back to that. Yeah, I'm a huge SNL fan, so that's definitely a fun time. But yeah, the movie never really hit like that hard for me though. Like I like Anthony Hopkins in there, but I pretty much like anything Anthony Hopkins does. He could like paint a wall for 2 hours and enjoy watching him do it. So, but the Watchmen, I had a lot of fun with. I just watched it for the first time probably about a year ago, and I really enjoyed it. Like I feel like it's a comic book movie made for adults, like for sure. Like it's just like really raw and gritty and like has a lot of adult themes and adult type of humor, like all that kind of stuff. And it's a good time. Like I was actually really impressed by this movie, so I'm gonna go with The Watchmen. So, Jordan
Owens.
Yeah, I like Zorro more than I thought I would. You know, it's not a kind of movie that I jumped right to, but it's a fun flick, and but I gotta go more towards Watchmen myself personally. Yeah, there's some questionable elements in it, but I still think there's a lot of interesting stuff. I think Zack Snyder is actually a good kind of director. I don't love Snyder, but I think he had the right vision for this as far as the way it looks. And again, like with another shout out to Jeffrey Dean Morgan, who's really good, and as the whole cast, Patrick Wilson, Rorschach. So, Watchmen.
Yeah. Gerald.
Yeah, I agree with everything you guys said. Mask of Zorro is a really good movie. It's a fun movie. I'd actually really love to see Antonio Banderas revisit the character in something. But Watchmen is a powerhouse of a movie, and it's a great one. Jackie Earle Haley as Rorschach is is probably my favorite part of the movie, and so yeah, I'm gonna go with Watchmen.
Yeah, I could see them doing a third one where Antonio Banderas is kind of the older Zorro again, passing it on to another one, kind of like we were talking about with like a Phantom Menace,
yeah.
you know, like kind of like he's in his 60s now, but he still like looks great, and I think he could I mean, I could definitely see them like completing a trilogy. That would be fun. I'd be down for that.
Well, in the Legend of Zorro, he has a son Guillermo.
That's what I'm saying. Get somebody else. Yeah, cast somebody as Guillermo. Have him be the older Zorro, kind of teaching him the ways of the Zorro, and I could see that happening. That'd be fun. I'd be down for that.
Austin, quick question for you. You being a Watchmen fan, did you watch the HBO show The Watchmen?
I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard good things. Yeah, I haven't watched it, but I don't know. Like
I saw it. It was really good.
Is it just going to be self-contained? Like that's my question. Like, are they going to do another season, or is it just like the self-contained season, or was that it? Like
I heard that they were only going to do a one and done. The show's great.
Okay. No. If it's a one and done, I'll watch it. Yeah.
I absolutely think you should.
There's just so many damn shows to watch. I only have so many hours in the day. Well, no, I mean, the problem is I'm always prepping for like these shows and all this other shit that I do. I never have time to watch anything else. So,
well, the show that woke me up to some parts of history that like I had no idea even happened, like the whole like Tulsa massacre and all of that. Like I had no idea that was a thing, and like I thought for sure that something that like has to be like taught in school, but I don't know if it really is. So yeah. But anyways, moving on, we have
Lego Batman.
We got the Lego Batman going up against
versus Darkman.
Interesting matchup. So
all right, I'm up first.
You're first. Okay.
Yeah. I saw the Lego Batman on a plane. That was the first time I saw it, and I like it. To me, it was too hyper. Like it was just like this. It's just like it was ADD the movie, and like I did not like it. I just did not enjoy the experience I had even watching it on a plane, like on a small screen. Like it gave me a headache for whatever reason. I don't know. It was just the assault of my senses that was Lego Batman. But like as opposed to Darkman, which is it's really fun. It's Sam Raimi. It's kind of a twisted, just sort of superhero movie. I'm gonna go Darkman on this one. Yeah, pretty heavily.
Yeah, and we will say that I've not seen Darkman, but we include it on the list because like technically it's not really based off anything prior, but the comics came out right at the same time as the movie. They kind of came out almost kind of simultaneously. But but the Lego Batman for me, like, is just infinitely rewatchable to me because there's so many jokes, just joke after joke after joke that you miss half of them and you got to go back and watch another time and you catch a whole bunch of new jokes on a rewatch. Like I just love all the stuff where it's in the Batcave, just like talking to Alfred about losing his parents, and then like eating the lobster thermidor and like all that stuff. Like it's a good time, and like Will Arnett, it's just really really good as the voice for Batman. So like, and honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing a sequel to this and like bring back Will Arnett, have him do it again. You know, so yeah, I'm gonna vote for Lego Batman for sure. Jordan.
This one's kind of tough for me. I'm happy with either one moving on. If I just go with the one, I know Lego Batman's zany, but I do kind of love the lighter fare and Will Arnett. I'm gonna go Lego Batman as well. That's where my heart's leaning towards.
Yeah, sounds good. Gerald.
I like Lego Batman, but I never really loved it. But Darkman for me, when I first saw it not too long ago, actually, I instantly loved it. It's just not a surprise. I love Sam Raimi. So I'm going to go with Darkman.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. So it'll be down to Moose. What do you got?
So I do really like both of these movies a lot. So the tiebreaker for me is going to be the fact that Lego Batman cast Billy D. Williams to voice Two-Face.
The role he never finished, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Plus, I did win my first Schmodown match on a Lego Batman movie, so Lego Batman. Let's
There
go.
you go.
Nice.
All right. Well, fair enough.
Batman.
Lego Batman. It's going to scoot along. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Up next, we got Kick-Ass 2, the sequel, going up against American Splendor, which oddly enough a comic book movie, but
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yes.
Harvey Picar. Yeah. All right.
Yep.
Jordan Anderson.
So I've never seen American Splendor, but all the trailers really intrigued me. Just seeing all the different comic book panels and just seeing how they do like some little animated things, like the kind of transition different scenes and stuff like that. So definitely intrigues me. But just because I haven't seen it, I'll probably vote Kick-Ass 2. I wouldn't say that I really love Kick-Ass 2, but I had a lot of fun with Jim Carrey playing Colonel Stars and Stripes. It was a good time too. And I mean, I kind of do miss the Nick Cage character. That there's a big Nicolas Cage Big Daddy shaped hole in that, but also vote for Kick-Ass 2. Yeah. Jordan?
Yeah, I really love the first Kick-Ass, so hopefully maybe we'll talk about that. Kick-Ass 2 has its moments, but I do think it's not as good as the first one here. It's missing a couple elements. It becomes a little more cliched in some other ways. I'm gonna go with American Splendor. I like when you go outside the box of a comic book movie, and this definitely has a comic element to it as well, though. Unlike History of Violence, which is great, but you wouldn't even know it was any kind of like comic or graphic novel. Here you do, and also I'm a huge Paul Giamatti fan, so it was one of his first really starring roles where he's kind of front and center, and you can really kind of see what this man can bring to the table. So I'm gonna go with Splendor.
Yeah, sounds good. Gerald, what do you think?
Yeah, I've never seen American Splendor either, but it is high on my list of movies that I want to watch. Kick-Ass 2, I have seen. I love the first Kick-Ass, but I'm just going to go with American Splendor based on the fact that I want to watch that movie, and I wouldn't really care to watch Kick-Ass 2 again.
Yeah.
Right. Fair enough.
I'm actually adding American Splendor to my blind spot list in my note app here so I can remember to watch it. But Moose, what do you think?
I too have not seen American Splendor, but just like Jordan, I'm a huge Paul Giamatti fan too, and actively root for him. Even him as the Rhino was fine.
Yeah.
I have seen Kick-Ass 2, and I just recently watched Kick-Ass 2 again. It's okay. I think you nailed it, Jordan, when you said there's a huge Nicolas Cage absence. That is one of Nick Cage's roles that I'd like very much enjoyed from the first movie. So I don't know, based that I've only seen one and I haven't seen the other, I can't really make like a determination. So I guess I'll have to vote for Kick-Ass 2.
Yeah. Austin?
Well, if we were talking about the first Kick-Ass, which we still will, I mean, spoiler alert, it's on here,
yeah.
but you
Yeah.
know, if we were talking about that movie, I'd definitely vote for it. Kick-Ass 2 is again, it's got moments, but I have seen American Splendor. I watched it along with one of my podcasts to listen to, and yeah, it's kind of quirky in that sort of Napoleon Dynamite kind of way, where it's just this weirdo dude who just says weird things and is kind of a weird, quirky guy. Yeah, it's based on a real dude who went on Letterman all the time. Like back in the 80s, you can watch like a compilation of him on Letterman on YouTube, like just this weirdo that Letterman really connected with and had quirky interviews with. And yeah, somebody wrote a comic book on him. Cool. I'm voting for American Splendor. Yeah, it's kind of a weird movie, but it's interesting. So yeah, I'll pull the upset here.
It does sound familiar, like David Letterman talking about Harvey Picar. Like I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. No, he used to have him on there all the time. He just thought the dude was like kind of like an Andy Kaufman situation. He just thought the dude was like kind of weird and interesting. He used to have people on like that all the time back in the 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, so American Splendor it is. Yeah.
All right.
Well, up next we have Oblivion going against Kick-Ass. There it is, right there.
There it is. Okay.
Literally the next one. So yeah. So who's up first?
Jordan Owens is up first this time.
Oh, all right.
I don't hate Oblivion. Again, this might have been a matter of seeing all the reviews first and going in with lower expectations. I think there's some interesting elements in it. It looks kind of nice. But again, I kind of already preluded that. I do enjoy the first Kick-Ass. I think it has a fun sense of humor about comic book films and whatnot. It's got a smart-ass Kick-Ass sense of humor. Love seeing Chloe Grace Moretz. I think kind of killing it, as well as Hit Girl. She even kind of like maybe hinted that she wouldn't mind doing that again. I wouldn't mind seeing where that character's at today. And even Aaron Taylor Johnson, I thought was really good too. He was someone that I wanted to kind of follow after this. Plus, they go on, Mark Strong go and continue weird to Nicolas Cage. So I like Kick-Ass. So yeah, I'll go Kick-Ass for sure.
Yeah, sounds good.
Gerald?
Yeah, I agree with what Jordan said. I love Kick-Ass. I love Matthew Vaughn. It's a really entertaining movie. We were talking about Nick Cage. He is a great part of this movie. It's fun to see him in this role.
I traced your IP address back to like he's doing that Adam Sandler thing. It's so great. We rerouted your IP address. It's fucking great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good movie. Mark Strong is the villain. I love Mark Strong. I'm a big Mark Strong guy. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Kick-Ass.
Yeah. Moose, what do you think?
I like Oblivion. I think Oblivion's an interesting movie. I've watched it a couple of times, and I agree with Jordan. I mean, this movie was shit on and kind of dead on arrival, but I actually dig it. I mean, the whole complete 360 that the movie throws you at the end of the movie. It's just super interesting. But Kick-Ass is so much fun. It's so much fun. So yeah, of course I'm going to vote for Kick-Ass. Let's go there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Austin, what do you think?
Yeah, I've talked about it on the show. Kick-Ass as a movie was mismarketed because I didn't like it the first time I saw it, and then when I went back and saw it again, and I knew what I was getting into, then I really loved it because it was marketed as this goofy teen comedy, people playing dress up. Like if you go back and watch the trailers, it does not hint at where it goes, kind of, in the second half of the movie. So yeah, and how kind of dark it gets. But yeah, I love that movie. But I'll back up Moose in that I think Oblivion's really underrated, and it's got a great score. Like it's a really fun sci-fi score. Like the score is awesome. But yeah, if you put these in front of me, I'm watching Kick-Ass all day, every day. So for sure, Kick-Ass.
You're kind of right about the marketing, Austin. When they marketed it, it just kind of seemed like a teen kind of movie that it was almost like an independent film, kind of low budget, kind of didn't really do it justice very well. So the trailer didn't really get me very excited to see it, but when I saw it, I was really blown away, especially by Chloe Grace Moretz. Like she was freaking awesome. This is hands down my favorite role she's ever done. It's just really, really fun. And then I'm a big Chris Mintz-Plasse fan. I think he's he's great, and yeah, like I just had a fun time all around. Also, Nicolas Cage. There's not a whole lot more we could say about him in this role that hasn't already been said. Like he's just awesome. So yeah, I mean,
come on, they microwave a guy to death in Kick-Ass. It's pretty crazy.
McLovin, motherfucker.
I want to say that too. Like I actually had some fun with the movie Oblivion. Like it was a fun movie. I didn't hate it, but compared to Kick-Ass, no. So
all right.
So Kick-Ass it is.
That's moving on.
Yeah. Right. Next we got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
The 1990 version, live action. Yeah. It's Blade.
Yeah. So
all right, Gerald.
Yeah.
Another really tough choice for me. I love Blade. I love all the Blade movies, even the third one. But Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles has always been my favorite of anything. I love Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I grew up on the cartoon. I grew up on these movies. I just rewatched this again actually for the 100th time. Like I said, I do really love Blade, but it's hard for me not to go against or for me to vote against TMNT. So
yeah. Moose, what do you think?
So this Ninja Turtles is a really fun movie. All the subsequent Ninja Turtle movies after this just get worse and worse and worse and worse. But this Ninja Turtle movie is so much fun. And I agree. I do love Blade too. I am gonna edge Blade in there because it's kind of one of the first like Marvel properties to really kind of be in the ether out there. And shit at the time Wesley Snipes was hot. So I'm gonna always bet on black, and I'm gonna go with Blade.
Yeah, sounds good. Austin.
This legit might be the toughest matchup so far. Oddly enough, Ninja Turtles versus Blade, because Ninja Turtles is actually a favorite here on Tournament Fights. Every time it pops up on somebody's list, that it goes very, very far. Especially this one, but like, goddamn, Blade kicks ass. Like that movie's fucking awesome. The Blood Rave, come on, man! Like the opening scene is the greatest opening scene. Shit. Blade doesn't have Sam Rockwell. I'll go Ninja Turtles. Look, anything you want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Anything, all right?
Yeah, right.
We're family. We're loyal to the shredder.
Yeah. Well, if anyone knows me, I'm a massive Ninja Turtles fan. Like it's Spider-Man and Ninja Turtles kind of edging each other out, but TMNT was my entire childhood. Like I had everything, every single movie, every single video game, every single toy. I had sheets, I had pajamas, I had a tent and a sleeping bag, all Ninja Turtle, like everything. So a lot of nostalgia there. So yeah. And I still have a lot of my old toys from when I was a kid. I kept those around, but yeah, and then like I'm just a huge fan of the writing too. Like even though some of it's cheesy, like just like Awesome Nova, Chevy Nova, or like Pizza Man's got 30 seconds, you know? Yeah. So like all those little
time's up, $3 off.
Yeah, right. which cheesy, but it's fun cheesy, you know. So like I really like it, but and I've only seen Blade one time, and it's a movie that I really need to go back and visit it, but I can't go against my entire childhood, so I got to go with Ninja Turtles here. So.
What the heck was that? Looked like sort of a big turtle in a trench coat. You're going to LaGuardia, right?
Yeah, right.
Jose Canseco, man? Tell me. You didn't pay money for this.
Batters
Class
up.
is Pain 101. Your instructor's Casey Jones. Like, fucking that movie's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is.
Even Shadow Lights Cotias as Casey Jones. I've actually cosplayed as him several times, and actually all the turtles. I've done every turtle. I've done Casey Jones. So yeah.
All right, Jordan Owens.
Jordan.
Yeah.
Turtles is a lot of fun. I'm gonna go ahead and give Blade some love though as well. Throw that my vote. Shout out to Donald Luge on What We Do in the Shadows, you find out they loved him so much in Blade that they made him a real vampire.
Yeah.
Yeah. All
That's
right.
true. Yeah.
Well, it's a close
Yeah.
one, but it's 3-2 for the Turtles. Yeah, the Turtles is
Yeah.
always kind of a favorite. Yeah, kind of a dark horse in
Turtles.
a lot of
Moving
these.
on. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Well, next we got The Mask going up against
Yeah.
30 Days of Night.
30 Days
All
of
right.
Night. Oh,
All right.
okay.
Interesting.
All right.
Yeah.
And Moose is up first on this
Moose.
one.
Yeah.
So I saw both of these movies in theaters, and I didn't really care for The Mask even when I saw it as a kid. I thought 30 Days of Night was a very interesting take on vampires. Even though I'm not a huge vampire fan, I still actually will gravitate towards that movie a lot more. So let's go 30 Days of Night.
Yeah, sounds good. Austin?
Yeah, 30 Days of Night is another one I'm due for a rewatch for. I've got the DVD sitting over there, but I haven't plucked it out in a while. But yeah, I the premise is amazing about like them coming out during that Alaskan like period of dark. Like that makes total sense if you're a vampire. You would go up there and just have a buffet for a month, you know what I mean, and not have to worry about anything. I mean, it makes total sense. I am a big Josh Hartnett fan. You know what? Just because The Mask literally 2 nights ago on one of our community members, Richie Goodacre's Top 64, made it really, really far on his list.
Yeah,
I'll give some love to 30 Days a Night just because we just had a big Mask love fest over there. So I'll switch it up a little bit.
Yeah. And I always like to tell the little quick story about when I was a kid at one of my best friend's birthday parties. We're on our way to go see The Mask, but it ended up being sold out. So we got to see the Pauly Shore classic In the Army Now instead. Wah, wah. So
The Price is Right. Don't. Shit.
Even as a kid, I knew that movie was just all kinds of bad. So yeah, but yeah, like I think I want to give some love to 3 Days a Night though. Like, it's a fun time and a really cool premise. Like, and it actually kind of legit creeped me out too when I saw it. But we'll say that The Mask though, it introduced the world to Cameron Diaz in one of the sexiest roles that like any actress has almost ever done. But I think I'm gonna switch it up from what I would normally go for and go for 30 Days a Night. So, Jordan?
You know what? I was gonna maybe vote for The Mask, but I'm loving this kind of underdog 30 Days of Night, and I do think it's an interesting one, man. Even from the first viewing to a repeated viewing of kind of digging it, you know what I mean? And then the look of it, and it's shot well. So yeah, let's go with 30 Days of Night. Let's show that some love.
Yeah, absolutely. Gerald?
Yeah, The Mask for me was one that I really loved when I was younger, but watching it recently, I kind of was bored with it, to be honest with you. 30 Days of Night, like you guys said, it's a cool concept. I'd love to revisit it. So let's go with that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna watch this shit this week with all this love for it. Yeah, I'm itching to watch it now. I don't think I've watched this in theaters. I need to. Yeah.
It's a bit of an upset, maybe. So yeah.
Yeah, kind of an upset. But that's cool.
Yeah.
We're all about it on Tournament Fights. We're about the upsets.
Oh yeah. We love upsets.
All right.
On Tournament Fights, we love the chaos. But next we got
Tank Girl.
Chaos. Yeah. It's going.
Hellboy 2.
The Golden Army.
All right.
So, yeah.
All right.
Who's up first?
I'm up first. So yeah, I was introduced to Tank Girl through my ex-wife who loves this movie, and like I know there's a cult of people who just love like this world they set up, and Lori Petty's performance, and Goofy Ice-T is like a werewolf person or whatever the hell he's playing in that movie, kangaroo person, whatever, kangaroo werewolf guy, whatever he's doing. And yeah, I know some people dig it. I just found it really fucking annoying, and I did not like Tank Girl. Yeah, and again, I don't love the Hellboy movies, but oh man, you put these in front of me, I'm taking Hellboy every day over Tank Girl. So yeah, Hellboy.
Yeah, well, I don't really know that much about Tank Girl, but like just seeing something kind of that kind of zany and like off the wall, just like that, the kind of a premise does kind of intrigue me. But honestly, like like I don't know like when I'm gonna get around to watching it. I have about a million other movies on my blind spots list I'm gonna watch before this one. So, but Hellboy 2 I actually like better than the first Hellboy. Like it was a lot of fun. It's one of the rare sequels that I think outdoes the first one for me. So I'm gonna go with Hellboy 2. Jordan?
Jordan?
Yeah, I kind of alluded before that I really like Hellboy 2 a lot, actually. I think it expands on the first one as far as visuals, the world they create. Ron Perlman, I think, is fantastic from the get-go. Kind of like you said, even if you don't love the movies, I think he's super, super cool in them. Yeah, I really love this one. It's high in general with any list of comic book movies for me personally. I really like Hellboy 2. So, Hellboy 2. Tank Girl's fun to a degree, but Hellboy 2.
Yeah. Gerald?
Yeah, I agree with you guys. I love the Hellboy movies. Yeah, I've seen them a bunch of times, so I'm definitely going with Hellboy 2.
Yeah. Sounds good. Moose?
Tank Girl's fun. Hellboy 2 rocks. Let's go Hellboy 2.
Yeah. All right, well, Hellboy 2 it is. Did you get a vote, Austin? Yeah.
I don't like Tank Girl. Yeah, I don't like Tank Girl.
Yeah. Right.
I get why people like it. It's got a quirky, weird vibe to it, and like a world, and I kind of get why people dig Lori Petty in it. Like it's fine, but yeah, I don't vibe with it. It's just me. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, up next we have the Road to Perdition.
Road to Perdition.
Going up against Dread.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
All right, and Jordan Anderson is up first. Yeah.
So, Dread was one of the other two movies that I actually watched for the first time right before this. I'm surprised that it took me this long to get to it because everybody raves about this movie, and I haven't seen Road to Perdition, so I'm probably gonna have to watch Dread or vote Dread here, and but I think I was a little late to the party once because one of my brothers. So if anyone knows about me, I grew up in a very conservative Mormon household. So and my younger brother Trent is the most conservative of my entire family. So I was getting ready to put on Dread. Actually, like queued up the first 5-10 minutes of it, and then he walked in. He's like, "What you watching here?" And he's hearing like F-bomb, F this, and like all this violence and like blood, that's all this stuff. And he's like, "Oh, well, you have fun with that. See you later. I'll let you enjoy that one." So, but I felt kind of guilty, so I actually never ended up finishing the watch it because he was visiting from out of town. So like I wanted to make the most of my time with him. But I finally got to it today, and it was freaking awesome. Like it was a freaking like amazing movie, and just all the like violence, and then the seeing Carl Urban with the helmet on the entire movie, I think actually works for me. And then you're seeing the sidekick Anderson, shout out Anderson there. That was a lot of fun. Like seeing the like sidekick that he had. It was a good time. So and like I said, I haven't seen the Road to Perdition, so I can't vote for it. So I'll go Dread. Jordan?
Strands.
I wouldn't be surprised nor mad if Dread makes it farther for sure. I'll go with Road to Perdition. I really dug it. Sam Mendes directed. You can see on the poster right there an amazing cast. It has towards the end of Paul Newman there. Jude Law in a really interesting performance. You can never go wrong with Tom Hanks as your lead. And also too, in case anyone forgot, that little boy in the poster became Superman. That's Tyler Hoechlin.
Oh yeah. Wow.
So I think it's a really well made film. So I gotta go with Perdition.
Yeah. Gerald?
Yeah, I love both of these movies, so this one's really tough for me. I think Dread edges it out for me just a little bit there. It's just a really fun movie, and like I mentioned earlier, I love Carl Urban, so I'm gonna go with Dread.
Yeah, sounds good. Moose, what do you think?
Man, fuck you guys for making me choose between these two movies. I love both of these movies.
Gonna have a tough one eventually.
I saw Road to Perdition for the first time this year, and Road to Perdition is a masterpiece. It was Paul Newman's last movie, and he was nominated for a Best Supporting Actor, which he absolutely deserved for that movie. the scene in the rain with Tom Hanks versus Paul Newman and the rest of his gang when he kills them all it's a brutal scene, but it's just beautifully done. Road to Perdition absolutely has my vote. I hate that Dredd isn't going to move on because Dredd is a freaking stellar movie. They finally did a proper adaptation of Dredd from the comics to the movies. Urban is so kick-ass. Urban is so underappreciated in this movie. But damn it, Road to Perdition is a masterpiece. I would put Road to Perdition in probably my top 10 favorite movies. And I've only seen this movie once this year. Road to Perdition.
Oh wow. Yeah. Well, I felt really bad that I met Carl Urban a few years back and I hadn't seen Dredd. I'm like, how am I meeting this guy without freaking seeing Dredd? Like, I feel like I'm like committing on some kind of crime or something. But yeah. Austin, what do you think?
Who said Dredd wasn't moving along? I fucking love Dredd, and I'm voting for Dredd because Dredd's fucking awesome. Look, the fact that this movie, Road to Perdition, every time I go back to it, I want it to be better than it is. Me personally, I always think it's gonna be better, and then it kind of falls flat for me. I don't know why. I don't know, but Dredd rocked my world. I saw it in theaters. The fact that this movie has not gotten a sequel is a fucking crime against humanity. Like, this movie deserves a sequel. And even if they get around to that TV show, hopefully they can do something with it because I know Carl Urban loves playing it. He digs the property, and it deserves a sequel. But yeah, Dredd rocks my world. I love Dredd. Yeah, all day Dredd.
So it's Dredd moving on, right? Is that it?
Yeah, 3-2. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all right, 3-2. Yeah, all right. Well, I guess that I really need to see Road to Perdition now, though. Like, you guys are giving it some high praise, so yeah. But up next we got R.I.P.D. versus The Shadow. Oh, here we go.
Wow.
Two great movies, right. And we have these two.
All right, Jordan Owens.
Yeah.
This is a sad point in Ryan Reynolds. I think we're starting to give up on it, but luckily he's back in our hearts. So don't blame him.
Yeah.
Alicia de Masala. I just wanted to say that for some reason. For R.I.P.D. But yeah, I guess I'll go with The Shadow. It's not that bad, Shadow. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Gerald? What do you
think? I think this one's a little bit easier than the last one. I'm gonna go with The Shadow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Moose?
Shadow's not a good movie either. It's not. But R.I.P.D. is worse. So The Shadow gets the vote.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do appreciate movies like The Shadow and The Phantom that just kind of aren't really made anymore. Just these kind of pulpy period piece kind of things that are kind of silly and sort of fun. I remember, if I remember right, I went to the theater on the same night, the debut night Thursday, and watched R.I.P.D. and Jupiter Ascending the same night. Holy shit, what a double feature of garbage! I was like, woo, damn, man! Like, just the
Two
whole theater
pieces of trash.
Yeah, the whole Cineplex was stinking up that night. It was really bad.
You're gonna need some Rolaids to stomach that bullshit.
Woo,
Yeah,
right. Yeah, I had nightmares about that experience. Yeah, no, I'm like 99% sure because I saw a double feature that night of R.I.P.D. and Jupiter Ascending. Ugh. Yeah. It was either that. It was either that or Jupiter Ascending and his other bad one, The Seventh Son. It was one of the two, which is also really bad. It was one of the ones, but it was all bad. So The Shadow.
Yeah. This one's actually tough for me because one, I think that the R.I.P.D. is like a hot pile of like flaming garbage. Like, that movie was like offensively bad to me. Like, it just was so bad. But I haven't seen the Shadow, but I can't stand Alec Baldwin as an actor. He's just one of those actors that just never resonated for me. I just do not like him as an actor. Like, he's just grating to me. Like, I just like well, yeah, like, I'm not gonna get into it. I was gonna say something about recent events, but I won't.
Leave that on table.
Yeah. But yeah. But I still will vote for The Shadow just because it's not R.I.P.D. So I'll vote for that. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see The Shadow making it very far in this thing, especially against something like Dredd. But it'll make it through just by happenstance.
Yeah. But Jordan?
Nope. He already voted. So Shadows
Okay.
moving through.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
R.I.P.D. I changed my mind.
Yeah. Right.
Oh,
I reevaluated it. I watched it while we were voting,
Yeah.
and it's not that bad.
Well, you guys talk
Yeah.
effort on.
I like Speed Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah. Juggle once.
But up next,
All right,
though, we
another
have
Matthew Vaughn.
Kingsman.
We got Kingsman, Secret Service.
Yeah, Kingsman, the Secret Service, going up against
It's the Crow. Ooh,
All right.
okay. Interesting
Yeah.
match. All right, Gerald is up
Yeah, this
first.
is another
Gerald.
really tough one for me. I love
Yeah.
both of these movies. Man, like I was saying, Matthew Vaughn is he's one of my favorite directors. I really enjoyed Kingsman. It's got some awesome action scenes. One in particular that really stands out. They weren't afraid to take some to kill off Colin Firth's character. I really liked that. I hated that they brought him back in the sequel. But the Crow for me, oh man, that one's another one that I really liked when I was younger, and I still like it today. And this is a tough one for me. I'm gonna go with the Crow.
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Moose?
Bruce.
My vote's going to be for the Kingsman. I never quite got on board with the Crow, but I love that this Kingsman universe. I thought the movie was such a fun movie. I absolutely know what scene you're talking about, Gerald, and the Kingsman. What a crazy bonkers scene that was. And I don't know. I dig it. I enjoyed the cast of the Kingsman too. So yeah, it's got my vote.
Yeah. Austin?
Yeah, Kingsman's going to get my vote too. I just think it's the more fun. I almost like. I do think Brandon Lee's really good in that movie. I kind of like the concept of the Crow more than I've liked any of the actual Crow movies, if that makes any sense. Like, I wish they would really do that story total justice and kind of really dig into the mythology of it, because I don't think they've really nailed it yet. So yeah, I'm going to go Kingsman. Yeah, I dig Matthew Vaughn.
Yeah, and I have not seen The Crow yet. Like, it's a movie that for whatever reason just kind of slipped my viewings, and it's on my blind spots list to definitely get around to. But the Kingsman, like I'm a huge Matthew Vaughn fan. He's one of my probably top 5 favorite directors. I mean, you can't really see in the dark here, but I have the poster behind me on the wall, literally, from when I worked at a movie theater, and yeah, like, it was just so much fun. Like, when I saw the trailers, the trailers kind of like maybe like not really sure what kind of movie I was getting into, but when I saw it though, like I was really, really pleasantly surprised from just start to finish. It was a really, really fun time, and like even Samuel L. Jackson, like I thought maybe the little list would get annoying to me, but it actually was a lot of fun. So yeah, I'm gonna vote
and
for
Mark
Kingsman.
Strong not playing a villain for once. Hey, what a concept!
Right.
you keep waiting for him to turn, and then he never does. You keep waiting for him to betray everybody, and he doesn't. So it's kind of refreshing. Yeah, all right, George.
Yep. The movie gave me a new love for the song "Freebird" too.
Oh yeah,
a whole new meaning. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jordan?
Yeah, this one was tough, thinking about it here and the arguments and whatnot. Love to the Crow, the story it starts to set up, the character itself, but yeah, Kingsman Secret Service is where I'm gonna go towards. Such a sleek styled film. Everyone already mentioned some of the bright spots of the cast here. I think Taron Egerton's a star. So yeah, let's go with that.
All right.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right,
Gerald?
Kingsman's going to take it. Nope, that's it.
Oh, yeah.
Gerald started.
Yeah.
Kingsman's going to take it.
Right.
All right.
Sounds good. Kingsman it is. All right.
Is this our last matchup? We're getting pretty close to the end here. Or pretty close.
I believe so. So yeah, we can talk about another.
Oh boy,
Jonah
X.
Jonah X going up against.
Oh
Judge
my
Dredd.
God, against Judge Dredd. Oh
Yeah.
boy.
The other Dredd. Yeah.
What a match. What a match.
Yeah. But
All right,
Moose, right? Yeah.
Oh, jeez. I gotta start off with
right.
shit boxes.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, just because, again, I'll give it to Judge Dredd. I mean, you know your movie's in trouble when the second top billed actor in that movie is Rob Schneider. But I'll give it to Dredd. I mean, of the two, there is more memorable experiences, and I probably revisited Stallone's Judge Dredd more than I've revisited Jonah Hex. I'm gonna go Judge Dredd.
I am the law. I am the law.
I'm the law. Yeah.
Yeah.
Austin?
Armando Sante law. Like, oh my god. You know what sucks is like I think Stallone could have had something there, and then like 10 minutes in, he takes his helmet off, and you just killed the idea of the character like immediately because he's not supposed to take his helmet off. But it's like you couldn't go the whole damn movie without showing her face. I don't know because like Jonah Hex sucks, but I think Josh Brolin at least commits to the character. Like he's trying. He's at least trying to do something with it, even though the movie around him blows. This one's tough. It doesn't really matter because it's going to lose to Kingsman anyways. Whichever one wins will lose to Kingsman pretty fucking handily. So you know what? I voted for the other Dredd, so yeah, fuck this one. I'll go Jonah Hex. It doesn't matter. It'll lose to Kingsman.
Sure. Why not?
Hey, you know what? At least Jonah Hex is like, even with the credits, they had to stretch it. It's like 70 minutes. Like that movie's barely feature length. It's crazy. It's 70 minutes with a 10-minute credit sequence to stretch it to 80.
Yeah. Well, I have not seen Jonah Hex just because of all the horrible reviews that it's received. But like the premise, like sounds fun, and looking at the poster, like it looks like a good time. But I guess it's apparently not because it's got like terrible reviews. So I've avoided it for that reason. But I'm kind of I've been the minority probably, but actually I kind of liked Judge Dredd. Like I had a fun time with it. Like I like the whole world that they create in it, and like even though like it's kind of like a bad performance that certainly doesn't do the comic book any justice, but like just like all the cheesiness and the campiness, like all the stuff they do with like Taco Bell and just like the weirdo.
That's Demolition Man.
Oh yeah.
You're thinking of the whhole wrong movie.
Oh, they're thinking of the whole wrong movie.
You're thinking of the whole wrong movie, bro.
You're right. So
I love Demolition Man. Demolition Man is fucking great.
I was gonna say, yeah. So I was thinking of a totally different movie. So I'm still not gonna vote for Jonah Hex. I'll still vote Judge Dredd, but like I don't really.
No, although I can see why you get confused because Rob Schneider is in both movies.
Yeah, he's in both. Like a similar thing, like in the future, they're like both. Yeah. But like Judge Dredd, like I know, like him and Wesley Snipes, all that stuff. Yeah. But yeah, I'll still vote Judge Dredd anyway. So
okay, all right, Jordan.
Wait, are we allowed to vote for Demolition Man? Demolition Man, all the way.
Demolition Man, Demolition Man, all the way before the win.
No, based on the comic book.
Is it based on the? I wish it was based on the comic. It'd win this whole fucking tournament.
Yeah, right.
But no, I mean between these two, this one is actually a hard one on a different level than what we've had hard ones before. There is some fun to be had in Dredd. I think more fun from what I remember than I had with Hex. So I'll go Judge Dredd.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, Gerald?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Judge Dredd as well. Jonah Hex is just a bad movie. At least Judge Dredd, you can get some kind of entertainment out of it. Maybe a laugh here or there. But so I'm going to go with Judge Dredd.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, then Judge Dredd it is.
It doesn't matter. It's going up against Kingsman the next round. It ain't fucking winning that match. So yeah.
But then round one.
Matter. All right, good job, everybody. We did good. So now here's what we like to do, and this is where we really have some fun. This is where these interbrackets get to think we fly through this. So we are going to kick it into super overdrive. Literally, this is where the tournament concept, the rapid fire, comes into play. 10 seconds or less, baby. We're putting the pressure on, and I know these matchups are going to be harder than the first ones, but you gotta make a decision, and we're gonna get through the end here. This is gonna be interesting. Let's see what
make it
comes
quick.
out on top. Let's do it. It's gonna be fun.
So, got
all right.
300. Let me zoom it out a little bit. going up against
Versus the Rocketeer. Ooh.
All right.
All right, tough match to start. I'm gonna go with the one that I'm first. I'm gonna go with the one I've just seen more and I kind of put on more. I'm gonna go 300.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the one that I've seen more and that I put on more is the Rocketeer. Jordan?
I'm gonna go Rocketeer.
Yeah.
It's gonna be 300 for me.
We got the tiebreaker, Moose. What are you gonna go for?
It's the Rocketeer, baby.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's go.
Rocketeer is gonna fly to the next round. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but up next we got the Men in Black going up against Teen Titans. Go to the movies. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
all right. Jordan Anderson's
Me
first.
Yeah, this one's pretty easy. I gotta go Men in Black. Like it for me, I have more fun with it. So, Jordan.
Okay.
R.I.P. to the man with the greatest screen name in history, Rip Torn, Men in Black.
Yeah. Gerald.
Yeah, Men in Black for me too.
Yeah. Moose.
Teen Titans Go is charming, but Men in Black is an easy go. So yeah, Men in Black.
Yeah. Yep. Easy. Austin.
Yeah, big time Men in Black. Yeah, for sure. Clean sweep.
Yeah. Okay. Something's peeking. Yeah. Men in Black. Yeah. But we got V for Vendetta up next, going up against
Big Hero 6. Okay, we'll see where this one goes. See,
Yeah.
we knew the matches, once we got to the second round, would be a little bit tougher overall.
Yeah.
And not so many clean sweeps. So we'll see what happens. But Gerald's up first this time. We got.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go with Big Hero 6 on this one.
Yeah, sounds good. Moose?
Big Hero 6.
Yeah. Austin?
I'm going V for Vendetta.
Yeah, this one might be one of the toughest ones so far, but I think I gotta go V for Vendetta just by a fraction of a hair. But Jordan?
Oh, so it comes down to me. It sounds like.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with the recent one. I'm gonna go with not the recent one, the recent like said. V for Vendetta for me.
Yeah.
Oh, with the comeback of V for Vendetta.
Good,
Yeah,
Vendetta,
we're taking it
right.
at the end. All right. Okay.
All right. Well, next we got
Hellboy.
Going up against Howard the Duck.
Howard the Duck.
All right.
They weren't all going to be tough. Moose.
They both smoke a cigar. I mean, look at that. All right.
Sorry, Willard.
Yeah.
Sorry, Willard. Your shitbot movie only advanced because it was against a shittier movie. So let's go Hellboy.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm still not big on Hellboy, but yeah, it's miles above Howard the Duck. Yeah, Hellboy.
Oh, one against Catwoman. That's why. Yeah.
Oh, Catwoman. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Like I gotta go with Hellboy. Like by a mile, probably. But I do. Kind of enjoy Howard the Duck. Like it's a guilty pleasure kind of. So, but Hellboy. Jordan?
If they ever have another release of Howard the Duck on like Blu-ray or 4K, it's gonna say made it to the second round of tournament fights. That's right. Probably had in a long time, but it lucked out. Hellboy on the cover.
Yeah.
Gerald,
sweet.
Definitely Hellboy.
Yeah.
All right, Hellboy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hellboy it is. Yeah.
All right.
So next we got Constantine going up against Joker.
Oh, I was anticipating this. Yeah, this is okay. I'm up first. You know what? I think Joker's probably the better movie, but like, god damn it, I fucking love Constantine. I've seen it like dozens of times. So I'm gonna go with a little bit of the upset here. I'm gonna go Constantine on this one. When I watch more.
Yeah, you know what? Like when I do kind of feel the exact same way. Like if you all acknowledge Joker is the better movie, but if you put these two movies in front of me right now, which one am I going to choose to watch? It's going to be Constantine. So yeah, gotta go with Constantine. Jordan,
I'll be the differing one, even with what you said. I saw Joker in theaters like not even a week later. My friend was like, "Hey, I want to see it," and I went with him. And I don't normally do that so close together, but I really like Joker. I think watching that performance is endless for me. So Joker.
Yeah. Gerald?
Yeah, it's kind of weird, but like you guys said, Joker's the better movie. But I'm with you guys in the same way. I'm gonna go with Constantine.
Yeah.
Ooh, all right.
Well, Moose, are you going to board the Constantine train, or what are you going to do?
I am. I have a lot of issues with the movie The Joker. But what it was against in the first round was clearly a far superior movie. And yeah, Joaquin Phoenix is a force in that movie and in that role.
What was it against?
Yeah, I'm going to watch Constantine. So
Daredevil, yeah.
let's do it.
All right. Okay, Constantine it is.
All right.
All right,
Nice.
cool.
Might be an upset to some. So, yeah.
Mhm.
But moving on, we got Spawn.
Spawn.
Going up against Dick
Tracy. All right.
All right.
All right.
Who's first?
Jordan Anderson is up first. Yeah.
Well, I still haven't seen Spawn since the last time that we talked about it, so I got to go with Dick Tracy. So, Jordan?
Oh, come on, Jordan. Yeah, you had several minutes. You could have gone to it by now.
Yeah,
you know?
right?
Talk.
And like a speed watch.
I'll go against make it a little more interesting. I'll go Spawn.
Yeah. Gerald?
I love Spawn, but it's just so bad. So I'm gonna go with Dick Tracy.
Yeah. Moose?
Tricky Dicky.
All right.
Yeah. Austin?
Yeah, I actually have a Dick Tracy T-shirt. I didn't even watch it, but yeah, I kind of low-key love this movie. So Dick Tracy. Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
Dick
Spawn
Tracy's
does not have Al Pacino and Dustin Hoffman. So
yeah.
Does have a
Dick Van
oddly
Dyke,
Martin Sheen.
William Forsythe. Yeah,
right.
just all kinds of weird people in that movie. Yeah.
yeah. But next up, we got the
Thomas Jane Punisher.
Yeah,
Mhm.
the Thomas Jane going up against Batman Mask of the
Mask of the Phantom. Ooh,
All right.
interesting match. All right, Jordan Owens is up first. Yeah.
I got to go Phantasm again. I think it's a really great movie in general, so I'll go Phantasm.
Yeah. Gerald?
Yeah, I agree. Mask of the Phantasm.
Yeah. Moose?
Make it 3. Mask of the Phantasm.
Yeah. Austin?
I like the Punisher movie more. I'm gonna go Punisher.
All right. Well, just based on the fact that I've seen the entire Batman the animated series, even though I haven't seen this movie, if it's anything like that, I gotta go Master of the Phantasm. So,
All right.
so yeah,
Mask of the Phantasm is on.
Yeah,
That's another one that's
moving on.
up once or twice in the show, and it's done very well. Kind of a dark horse
Yeah.
thing. So yeah, it could do very, very well. All
Yeah,
right,
so-
just going on down to Wanted.
Going up against
Yeah,
Red.
versus
All right.
Red. Okay.
All right.
And Gerald is up first this time.
Like I said, Wanted never really did anything for me, so I'm gonna go with Red.
Yeah. Moose?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Red too.
Yeah.
No, we're voting on Red.
Not the second
Red 2,
movie.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Not the second
Right.
movie. Yeah.
Okay.
The first one?
Red.
Yeah.
Oh,
Red
okay,
as
gotcha.
well.
The two will be
I'm
our
John.
sequel tournament.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, two movies I'm not crazy about, but Red has John Malkovich being a weirdo, so I'll go with that one.
Yeah, these are both movies that I kind of like equally, honestly. So, I mean, I think that we'll give it to Wanted. I just like the whole premise, like behind it, and introduce me to James McAvoy. So I'll do that.
Mhm.
Jordan?
I like both. They're probably kind of close as far as the levels of what I enjoy them with. I'm gonna go with Red. Like I said, I would watch it more quickly than the other one. So Red.
Yeah.
All right, 4-1. Red is going to take this
Red
one.
it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hanging on.
Okay. I think
Okay.
that's the last one on this side. Yep.
Yeah, good job, guys. We're plowing through. We're doing good.
Yeah.
Getting that momentum
Yeah,
going.
we're
I
plowing
like
through.
it.
Yeah.
I like it. This is the fun part of the show that I dig every time, and just plowing through these and see what happens.
Yeah.
All
We got
right,
the
we've got
losers up next. Going against the
what a bunch of
Phantom.
losers.
Ooh.
Oh, the Phantom.
Oh.
All right. Moose.
Who's up first? Moose. All right.
Come on, give me the Phantom. Let's go, baby.
Yeah.
Mm.
Austin?
The skulls have spoken, and it's the Phantom.
Well, for me, I think I got to go with the loser, just because in the Phantom, like I think the movie would have almost been a better movie with without the character of the Phantom in there, it would have been just like an Indiana Jones movie without like a kind of like a forced character.
But then
is
you
what I
can
think.
go watch Indiana Jones. I watched the fucking Phantom for the Phantom.
Yeah.
Indiana Jones is good.
I'm gonna vote for the losers though. Yeah.
Let's put the pressure on Gerald. I'm gonna go with the losers. Have fun.
Yeah.
Come on, Gerald. Do the right thing. Do James justice.
I definitely have to watch this movie tomorrow. The Phantom.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. All
Let's
right.
go, Phantom. Let's go.
Phantom
Let's bring
moves
it.
on. All right.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got next. We got Into the Spider-Verse.
Spider-Verse.
Going up
All
against
right.
the History of
Yeah,
Violence.
the History of Violence. Ooh, that's a tough match.
All right. Yeah.
All right. I'm up first this time.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
going to
up
go
first.
with the movie that didn't give me a headache that I genuinely love. I'm going to History of Violence.
Yeah, even though Into the Spider-Verse kind of gave me a low-key headache, like it was just so good, and it felt like probably like the most like a comic book movie of almost any movie I've ever seen. So I'm gonna vote Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. So Jordan.
Boy, oh boy, this could be my hardest one yet, personally, because I think these are both. And it's always hard to compare movies. They're so different, obviously.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But just again, following the heart, Spider-Verse.
Yeah. Gerald.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Spider-Verse as well.
Still wearing the
Yeah.
Spider-Verse t-shirt.
Yeah. Moose.
Let's go, Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Miles
even
Morales,
despite my
moving
vote,
on.
I think Spider-Man's got a chance to win this whole thing. It could.
Yeah.
We'll see. Yeah, it could be a heavy
Heavy
favorite.
Yeah. But
All right.
next we got Mystery
Mystery
Man
Men.
going up against the
Watchmen.
Watchmen.
The Watchmen versus the Mystery Men. All
I
right.
wanna see this fight.
All right. And Jordan Anderson is up first this time.
Well, the Watchmen's awesome, but like the Mystery Men is just so much fun for me. Like it's just like I don't know, like it just hits right for me. Like so, I'm gonna go with Mystery Men. Yeah. Jordan.
Again, this is a really tough one for me. Again, such different films, right?
Yeah.
But you know what? Before Kenan Thompson, I thought the breakout of Kenan Kel was going to be Kel, so let's go with Kel and Mystery Man.
Yeah. Gerald.
I want to see the Mystery Men fight the Watchmen. I think that'd be fun.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, happen. Get their asses kicked. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Mystery Men on this.
Yeah. Moose.
I need a little more mystery in my life, and I'm apparently tired of watching men. So let's go Mystery Men.
Yeah. Austin.
I would have gone Watchmen, but I'm not upset about Mystery Men going through. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was tough.
Mystery Men could be another dark horse in this tournament that maybe makes it farther than we think it's going to make it. So we'll see.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and just for
That's what
anyone
happens.
who's tuning in, and for any first timers, we take the Elite Eight from this poll, and we or from the tournament, and we do a little poll over in the group that we run, the Showdown Friends and Family group. So you'll see our top 8 that the community can go vote for tomorrow. So
Mm-hmm.
so you can watch for that. But up next, we got the Lego Batman movie going up against American Splendor.
American Splendor. Okay.
Yeah.
Jordan Owens. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, man, this is another odd, fun fight. Let's go. I'm just gonna go with Giamatti, man, my bro, Splendor. I don't know if it'll make it, but Splendor.
Yeah.
Gerald.
Gerald?
I'm gonna go with the Lego Batman movie on this one.
Yeah. Moose?
My pooter tells me to vote for Lego Batman. So Lego Batman.
Sure. Sounds good. Austin?
I'm going Splendor.
Yeah. And I think I'm going to go with Lego Batman because I've not seen American Splendor. So
All right.
do that. So
Batman.
Lego Batman it is. Yeah.
Okay.
Next we got Kick-Ass going up against Teenage Mutant Ninja
Ninja Turtles. Ooh,
Right.
that's a tough one.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
All right, Gerald's
Is it
up first.
Gerald. All right.
I love Kick-Ass, like I said, but I'm going with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Ooh.
Yeah. Moose?
I love Ninja Turtles, but I'm going with Kick-Ass.
Yep. There you go. Austin?
Yeah, Ninja Turtles has made it very far in several tournament fights. So I as much as I love it, I want something different, and I adore Kick-Ass, so I'm gonna go Kick-Ass because I know where Jordan's going, so I'll put the pressure on Owens.
Yep, tonight we dine on turtles. So for the win, so I'm gonna go with turtles. Yeah.
All right, Owens, it's up to you. What do you got?
Kick-Ass.
Hey,
Ooh,
all right. Kick-Ass takes out the turtles. All right.
I go my turtles.
It's all right. Turtles has made it to several of our polls, actually. It's actually been
Turtles is always in the rates.
Yeah,
it's always in there.
It's made pretty far, yeah.
For good reason, but yeah, it's always in there.
Yeah.
But
all right, 30 Days of Night.
30 Days of Night versus Hellboy 2.
Hellboy 2? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Moose, yours up first.
Hellboy 2.
Yeah. Austin?
Again, I'm not huge on the actual Hellboy movies. I like the character. Maybe go 30 Days of Night, maybe for the upset here.
Yeah, like I think that I'd vote 3 Days of Night over Hellboy 1, but probably not over Hellboy 2. Like I like that one a lot more, so I'm gonna go with Hellboy 2. Jordan?
Yeah, shout out to 30 Days of Night. I feel like it's creating a nice little kind of like culture following, but Hellboy 2 for me.
Yeah. Gerald?
Yeah, Hellboy 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hellboy 2 it is.
Hellboy, moving on. Okay. I believe Hellboy's still alive on the other side too, right? So Hellboy's hanging on both sides. Yeah, we'll see how far it makes it, depending on the matches.
Could possibly get a matchup. I don't know. We'll see. But we have Dread going up against the Shadow.
The Shadow, please. Does anybody vote for Shadow? Yeah. I mean, we could save a vote here and just move it on, but you know. All right, let's just move it on. Yeah. Get Dread over there. Let's just move on.
Yeah,
we'll save some time.
Yeah.
All right, Forever Ultra Beast. Yeah, well, sometimes we do this on tournament fights. It's like, come on, guys, what are we doing?
Yeah.
All right, so we'll skip that and go down to Kingsman.
Kingsman versus
tough
Judge
one.
Dredd.
Oh, Judge Dredd. Oh, again, can we just move? We'll just move it along.
Yeah.
We'll just move it along. Yeah.
Yeah, we just move it along unless anyone.
Let's skip that. I'll save my order here. We'll just
law.
get back to that in a minute. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
So
All right.
Into that round. All right. So
Okay. Well, a couple of slam dunks at the end, but now I think it'll get really, really tough. So, all right. So
yeah,
we're into the Sweet 16. The winners of these matchups will go to the Elite Eight and make it to the poll. So we will see which ones are gonna come out looking good here.
Yeah.
Right, so
we got the Rocketeer
versus Men in Black. Okay.
All right.
That's all right. I'm up first. Since we kind of skipped the things, we kind of skipped around there, but yeah, we're back for official votes. I'm gonna go Men in Black. I watch it more than Rocketeer.
Yeah, this one's actually pretty tough for me. Like, man, like probably I'll just vote for the Men in Black. It's the only Men in Black movie that's ever been made, in my opinion. I don't really count any of the other ones. So yeah, vote for that. Jordan?
Yeah, I'm glad Rocketeer got some love, but I mean, what an opener, what a closer, Men in Black.
Yeah. Yep. Gerald?
Yeah, I'm going Men in Black here.
Yeah. Moose?
The Rocketeer would have had my vote, but it doesn't matter now.
All right. I believe the Rocketeer's made one or two of our polls in the past as well. It's been a dark horse in the past, and it's kind of made it a couple times, So it has gotten some love before. Mm-hmm.
Up next, we have V for Vendetta going up against Hellboy, the first
Hellboy, okay.
Yeah.
That's an interesting match.
See if we can keep the matchup alive, maybe.
Jordan Anderson is up first. What do you got?
But even after just saying that, though, like I think that I actually do like V for Vendetta a little more, so I got to go with V for Vendetta, I think. Jordan?
Yeah, it's time. It's time. It's not better time. It's better time. V for Vendetta.
Yeah. Gerald?
I'm gonna go with Hellboy here.
Yeah. Moose?
Hellboy.
Yeah. Austin?
Well, you know what V stands for?
Victory.
Victory for V for Vendetta.
Victory, yeah. V for Vendetta, moving on. Nice.
All right.
No Hellboy versus Hellboy.
Nope.
Sorry.
You just
All
crush all
right.
our hopes and dreams, Austin. Yeah.
I don't like Hellboy that much. Sorry, my apologies.
No.
We
But-
still got number 2 that.
Still got
hasn't
going
changed.
on.
Yeah, the
Come on,
two's
guys.
still alive over there. All right.
Yeah. We got Constantine going up against Dick Tracy.
Dick Tracy.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
It's a fair match. Okay.
Yeah.
Jordan
that's
Owens.
fair.
I think this is my first time, but I'm finally going to say Constantine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gerald?
Yeah, Constantine.
Moose?
Glad Dick Tracy got as much love as it did, but yeah, it's going to be Constantine.
Yeah. Austin?
Yeah, same here. As fun it would be to put Dick Tracy in the poll, I'm going to go Constantine, but I'm happy it's getting some love. I'm happy it's going to be in there.
Yeah.
I like Constantine.
Yeah, but I would have voted Constantine too, so. Yep.
All right,
Clean
clean
sweep.
sweep for the Constantine. All right, sweep
Yeah.
for Kyoto. All right, nice.
Yeah, for
I
piano.
like it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, next week,
All right, Master of the
Master of the
Phantasm.
up against Red. Okay.
Red. Okay.
Yeah. Is it
Gerald.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Mask of the Phantasm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Moose?
Again, I like that Red got as far as it did, but it's Mask of the Phantasm.
Yep. Austin?
Yeah, I didn't vote for it last time, but I'm going back to Batman this time, so I'll go Batman.
Yeah, I got to vote for Master of the Phantasm pretty easily here, so. Jordan?
All right.
If I close my eyes and I picture some Batman dialogue, I'm hearing Kevin Conroy's voice. Batman.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Master of the Phantasm.
I'm so glad he got to do the voice in those Arkham Asylum games. Like, it's so perfect. Like when you're playing the
Anytime
game.
they bring
It
him
is,
back,
yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, it just
Oh,
makes
yeah.
it so perfect.
Back.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
We got the,
All right, baby. The Phantom.
The
Come on,
Phantom,
let's get
hang
it in
in
the
there.
poll. Come on, let's get it in the poll
Yeah.
at least. Come on now. For saying,
We're into the
oh, come
Spider-Verse,
on. Against,
Oh, man.
ooh.
one up against
Damn.
it's a brick wall, basically, but we'll see.
Or is it? We'll see.
Or is
Moose
it? Yeah.
it first.
You never know. Moose.
Shit!
Yep. It came down to it.
I love both of these movies so freaking much.
Yeah.
It's going to be Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
Damn it, Moose, you were my
Yeah.
only hope.
I know, man. Oh, it kills me. It
Aw,
kills me.
son of a bitch.
Gotta help him out.
It was like this close.
Yeah.
Billy Zane gets no love. How dare y'all disrespect the Zane? No,
Zane.
one of these movies is in my top 64. It's the Phantom. The Skulls
Yeah.
of Tuganda.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, like I think I gotta go with Into the Spider-Verse because it's a hero that has actual superpowers. It doesn't come from a ring or anything. So yeah. Jordan?
Yeah, shout out to Billy Zane, but your journey ends here, Spider-Verse.
God.
Yeah. Gerald?
I'm just gonna throw the Phantom a vote, just so it's it gets 2 votes.
Yeah.
See, Moose, if
Yeah,
you
get some love.
fucking hell, God damn it, Moose.
Yeah.
If there was 2 votes, he would have
Yeah.
voted for Spider-Verse.
One's in my top 30 favorite, one's in my top 10. It's tough.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
Damn
You just asked me to kick my own dog there.
oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
It wasn't that poll. It was close.
What up next? We got Mystery Man going up against Lego Batman.
Lego Batman. All
All
right.
right.
Yeah, I'm up first. I'm gonna go with the movie that did not give me a ADD headache. Mystery Men.
Yeah. Well, potentially, they both could give you an ADD headache, depending. But Mystery Man's in my top 100 of all time. So, and Lego Batman's not. So I'll go Mystery Man. Jordan?
I'll show Lego Batman some love. Lego Batman.
Yeah. Gerald?
I'm going with Mystery Men.
Yeah. Moose?
I do love Lego Batman, but I love Mystery Men more. Mystery Men.
All right.
Yeah. But I do want to point out, Austin, that you had some support in the chat, though, for the Phantom.
Yeah.
There's Steven on your side. If he would have been on the episode, you should have came on the episode tonight, Steven. Yeah. But up next, we got Kick-Ass going up against Hellboy 2. All right.
Oh, interesting. It could be a tough match too. Yeah, a couple of tough
Yeah.
matches here. All right. And we're up to Jordan Anderson for this one.
Yeah, this one is pretty tough for me because Ron Perlman is just so good as is Hellboy. But I think that the movie that I had more fun with was actually a Kick-Ass. So yeah, I gotta go with Kick-Ass. Jordan?
This is a tough one. I won't be mad if anyone makes it, but I love Hellboy 2. It's Hellboy 2.
Yeah. Gerald?
Yeah, this is a really tough one, but I think I'm gonna have to go with Kick-Ass for this one.
Yeah. Moose?
It's not going to get past Austin because he's already been very vocal about his Hellboy, but I'm going to vote Hellboy too.
Sure.
Yeah, sorry, I made it very vocal, but yeah, I love Kick-Ass, and I'm mild on Hellboy, so yeah, Kick-Ass. Yeah, Kick-Ass is gonna move on.
No
Show your
complaints
cards
about
and-
Kick-Ass moving forward, though.
Yeah.
Kick-Ass is great, and yeah, and I
Yeah.
actually had that on my 64 episode. I don't think it even made it out of the first round, so I'm happy it's finally getting some more. Yeah, that movie's great.
Yeah.
All right, so what's going to be the final one in the poll? We will see.
Yeah.
So you got Dredd versus
Kingsman.
versus
the
Kingsman. Ooh,
No,
another tough
not the-
match.
yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah. Kingsman, the Secret
Yeah.
Service. Yeah.
the Secret Service. No, yeah, Kingsman
Yeah.
Secret Service versus Dredd with Carl Urban. Yes, and Jordan Owens is up first on this one.
A good one again, but I lean towards Kingsman here personally. Kingsman.
Yeah. Gerald?
Yeah, another really tough one, but I'm gonna go with Dredd.
All right. Moose?
This is a super tough one.
Yeah.
Because we already have a Matthew Vaughn in consideration, I'll go with Dredd.
Sure. Austin?
Justice for Dredd, a movie that deserves a sequel. Dredd.
Yeah.
Dredd.
You're right about that it definitely deserves a sequel, but I probably would have voted for the Kingsman, but it doesn't matter.
Goddamn right, Dredd gets in the poll.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, I love Dredd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that'll be the end of that.
Yeah,
round. So we have
and it's
our
also
lead
my
eight.
case why we don't need an American version of the Raid because we had it with Dredd. It's like the same plot.
Yeah.
You don't need
Yeah.
True.
just less martial arts. Yeah.
We'll keep zooming this thing out.
All right.
We got
All right. So we've got our Elite Eight. We're going to get to the
Eight.
final four here. So we got Men in Black
Yeah.
versus V for Vendetta. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And we're going to go Gerald on this one. Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna go with V for Vendetta for this one.
Yeah. Moose?
Balls.
Yeah, it's tough.
V for Vendetta.
Yeah. Austin?
I've probably seen Men in Black way more, but remember the 5th of November. V for Vendetta.
Yeah. Yeah, this one's tough, but I actually think that I'm going to go with Men in Black, though. Even though it's probably not going to make it. Well, it won't, but Jordan?
Yeah, it won't, but I'm with you. I'm with you, Jordan. It's a tough one, though. This could have been the finals as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
I'll go Men in Black, but again, super happy with V for Vendetta.
Yeah.
All right, V for Vendetta moving into the final four. All
Yeah.
right.
All right, then up next we got
Constantine, the Dark Horse.
Mask of the Phantasm.
Mask of the Phantasm. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
All right, and Mr. Moose is up first on this one.
Moose.
Be a tough one.
Not as tough as I thought. I'm going to go Constantine.
Yeah. I'm Austin.
I'm also going to go with the movie that I just fucking love, Constantine.
Yeah. This one's tough too, but I have not seen Mask of the Phantasm, and I'm a huge Keanu Reeves fan, and actually really like him in this movie, so I'll go Constantine.
God
Jordan?
damn right, Constantine.
Yeah.
Jordan?
Yeah.
Phantasm for me, man. Phantasm.
Yeah. Gerald?
Yeah, Mask of the Phantasm for me as well.
It was a close one, but Constantine moves on.
All right. Well, you can Mask of the Phantasm is still in the poll. You can go show it some love tomorrow in the poll. But yeah, it always gets
Everyone, join me in the poll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? We'll see what happens.
All right.
But yeah, we still got Into the Spider-Verse going up against Mystery Men now.
Mystery Men.
Oh,
Okay.
man. This one's a lot tougher than I would have thought.
All right.
So,
All right, I'm up first. This one's easy for me. Into the Spider-Verse knocked out the Phantom, so fuck Spider-Verse. I'm voting Mystery Men.
yeah. Yeah, and I think that I actually have on my personal top 100, I have Mystery Men higher than Into the Spider-Verse, so I'm going to go with Mystery Men. Let's go. Jordan?
Let's not go. Spider-Verse.
All right. We'll see. Gerald?
Yeah, I'm also gonna have to go with Spider-Verse on this one. I love Mystery
It's
Man.
down to Moose. What are you
Heavy
gonna do?
favorite, so.
Yep.
Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
Spider-Verse.
Spider-Verse.
All
Yeah.
right, takes down the underdog Mystery Men.
Yeah, I was a little
All right.
hesitant to even include it because I knew that was going to sweep this whole thing pretty much, but it's fine. It deserves.
Well,
to be
if it's
there for sure.
it's the criteria, so I mean, we had to include
Oh,
it. You know
yeah.
what I mean? Like it's
Oh,
not
yeah.
connected right now to anything.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm
So
not
the
gonna
next
just not
movie,
include a
find
heavy
out it
favorite.
is.
I'm not.
Well, yeah, it could be. Yeah. I mean, what's it? We could have that new Spider-Man movie and animated Miles Morales fucking shows up or some shit. You know?
Yeah,
And
right.
it's like, oh, it's fucking connected to all of it now. Oh shit. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
All right.
But
All right.
Yeah,
we got
1 week
Kick-Ass
away. We'll find out it does.
Dread.
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll
right.
find out.
All right. Well, Jordan's gonna go for Jordan Anderson's gonna go first on Kick-Ass versus Dread. That's another tough one.
Mm-mm.
All right.
This one is tough. Oh man. Probably just because I have a little more fun with it. I got to go with Kick-Ass, I think, but only by a sliver. So yeah. Jordan.
Yeah, the battle of the R-rated badass films now.
Yeah.
Let's go with Kick-Ass, mother effers.
Yeah. Gerald.
I'm gonna go with Dread.
All right. Moose.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Dread too.
Yeah. We got the tiebreaker, Austin.
Citizens of Peachtree. This is the law.
Yeah.
I'm going with
Yeah.
Dread. Yeah, Dread, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, the middle
All
of it
right.
could. Dread. Yes. And we
Dread
kick
it
so much
is.
ass.
All right. Yeah.
Mama's not the
Well,
law. I'm the
Almost not
law.
law. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
All
We have our
right.
final
We're down
four.
to. We're gonna see who makes the championship match.
Yeah.
Yeah, who's gonna make the finals? So,
Yeah.
oh man,
So
this is tough. V for Vendetta versus Constantine.
yeah,
Is our
versus
first match.
Constantine. Woo.
Yeah,
Man. Actually surprised Constantine made it this far, but it
yeah, I'm happy about it. But yeah,
did. Yeah, same.
All right,
Same. I'm happy.
all right. Jordan Owens has got the first vote on this one. Constantine V for Vendetta.
Ooh.
It's made it far. For me, it's minutes end, but we'll see. I'm going V for Vendetta.
Yeah. Gerald.
I'm gonna go with Constantine.
Yeah. Moose.
I never thought this movie was gonna make it this far, but since it is, I'm going for it. Let's go, Constantine.
Yeah. Austin.
I'm the same way. You told me Constantine was gonna make it into the finals. I would have told you were crazy, but Constantine.
Yeah. Well, I really like V for Vendetta, but I just have more fun with Constantine. So yeah, I gotta go with Constantine.
Shit, man. The little movie that could. Fucking, the little movie that gets no respect. Constantine is
Into the
going to make it in
finals.
this one.
Oh,
Into the
wait, come
finals.
on. Don't disappear.
Yeah.
There you
Yeah,
go.
there you go. All right, Constantine.
Yeah. All right.
The
we'll
one
see
that
which
people are
one-
going to be like, but he's not even British in that one. You guys fucking voted
Yeah,
for
right.
it?
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, did
I like
you see
the movie.
Bram Stoker's Dracula? This is the director.
Yeah, right.
He's like, did you see Bram Stoker's
Yeah,
Dracula?
yeah.
You don't want Keanu
Don't do
doing
that.
a British
Don't
accent.
do that.
Yeah. No.
Yeah,
We
Just be
experienced
you.
that already.
Yeah.
just be Keanu, smoke some cigarettes, and do your thing. Yeah, no.
Right.
Yep. Exactly.
All right. Well, Gerald's going to be up first for Into the Spider-Verse versus Dread. This could be
Oh, man.
another killer. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, this is really, really tough for me. Love these movies. I'm gonna have to go Spider-Verse.
Yeah. Moose.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Spider-Verse. It's a tough call. Dread's such a great movie. I'm glad it's at least in the top 4, but Spider-Verse is much better.
Yeah. Austin.
Dread.
Yeah. Well, for all the love I have for the Spider-Verse, I mean, like I just prefer live action like a lot more. So I think I got to go Dread actually. So Jordan?
Down to Jordan.
If anybody wants to send something in my PayPal right now, it can be bribed either way. But
Yeah, right.
no one has yet. So I gotta go
Let's see
Spider
it.
Verse.
Ooh, yeah. Well, Spider-Verse it is. Yeah. All right.
Mm.
I feel like I already know.
I
where
had a feeling
is
this was
go,
going to happen.
but- yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right.
But-
All right. Moose is up first. Constantine versus Spider-Verse for the title. All right.
There's a big
Who'd have
part of
thunk
me
it?
that wants
Who'd
to
have thunk
vote
it?
for.
Who'd
Yeah.
have thunk it?
There's
Yeah.
a huge
Right.
part of me that
Yeah,
wants to vote for Constantine, but I gotta
You can.
give
You
my
can.
love where it's
You can,
deserved.
Moose.
So it's
Yeah.
it's Spider-Verse.
Yeah. Oh, Austin.
I can vote for Constantine. I fucking love that movie. I'll vote for Constantine.
Yeah, like this is tough for me, but I think here I actually got to go with Spider-Verse. So, yeah, Jordan.
I don't want to steal Gerald's thunder, but Spidey just got the win.
Oh, so predictable. So predictable. Come on, underdog. Come on.
Yeah, I would have voted
What would you
for
have gone?
Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Spider-Verse?
So you guys are so
To
predictable.
the
So
to the
predictable.
championship wins it all.
I'm sorry. I didn't get ahead of it. I didn't get ahead of it.
Yep.
I know I should have not included it in the rough draft. Maybe Jordan would have overlooked it. Shit.
What's the best non-universe comic book that by next year is going to be a universe comic book? So,
One week from now, he's popping up in No Way Home.
yeah, right.
Yeah,
Exactly. Serious, but yeah.
Hey, but Loki, I'm
That'll
glad
be
some
fun
of
time.
my underdog favorite movies are on here. I mean, Constantine,
Yeah.
Dread, Kick-Ass, like just some really good movies on here that don't get enough love, and
No.
I'm glad that they made it as far as they did. So
Yeah.
I think they're pretty. Especially Dread is such a.
Phantasm.
It's like the fact that they stuck to the comics. He doesn't take his helmet off. Like it's very accurate to Mega City 1. Like I think that movie's like hella great. Like and again should not be as. It shouldn't have bombed. Like I just, that just kills me almost every day that we haven't continued that universe. And yeah,
I feel like we're like really close to a sequel, like all the time, but it just hasn't gotten there yet. So
there's like Dread days where people like rent it on services and like buy Blu-rays. You know what I mean? Like trying to get like the support for it, but it just doesn't happen. They've talked about the Mega City 1 TV show for forever, but it's still kind of in development hell. Like, yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen with it, but I don't know. I hope something happens with it at some point.
I'm just excited for Christmas time when I get to do my triple feature of the Spider-Man, the Matrix, and the Kingsman movie. So like that'll be a fun time. I'm gonna do that for Christmas for sure. Yeah.
I would like somebody to pitch the movie of Carl Urban's Billy Butcher against Carl Urban's Dread, and just have these.
There you
two,
go.
like,
yeah. Sure.
It's like Batman versus Superman, but it just like the end is just the ultimate climax.
Or you can make it a three-way dance with his badass bodyguard guy in Red also, who kind of beats up on people in that movie. You know,
Yeah.
Get Faramir in there too, and you got.
I know you got a big time. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, that'll do it tonight. That was a lot of fun, guys. So thanks for coming on.
A lot of movies that we don't see a lot on these tournament fights. A lot of unique films we haven't touched on yet, even with all the shows that we've done. So yeah, that was a lot of fun, getting some good stuff in there.
And in a couple of months, we're doing all the opposites. We're doing best in universe comic book movies. So if anyone wants to,
so that's literally the one where we're gonna throw like the entire MCU in there. We're gonna throw the entire DCEU stuff in there. All the the old Superman movies with Superman Returns, all that stuff together, all the 90s Batman movies, all the X-Men and Deadpool, like Fox Universe kind of stuff will be in there. All that stuff that are kind of part of larger franchises and universes will be like the opposite of that, which we feel like we're always like, oh, every time we have Avengers Endgame or Infinity War or something in this thing, it like wins all the time. But if you're throwing it up against all these other movies that a lot of people love, we don't know what's going to happen. Like when you're throwing MCU versus MCU or, DC versus DC, a lot of heavy hitters in there. That's going to be interesting because we're going to just put every single one of those in there. So it's got to be a lot of fun. That one, that's kind of the idea we had. Just like all the other ones are going to be in the other show. And we'll see what happens. So.
I thought this comment by Steven kind of summed it up. Some great movies here.
Yeah.
Can't be too mad at the winner. It's a really good movie. So yeah. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, but yeah, we'll call it good there. We'll just go around the horn. If you have anything you want to plug, you want to tell us where we can find you, all that stuff. So we'll start with Mr. Owens. Where can we find you?
Movies and wrestling, that's my jam. Wrestling wise, live this Sunday in Fort Myers for Real Pro Wrestling. Goodbye, good night. We've got a great show planned here. Guys you've seen on AEW Dark, guys from all over the independent scene. So if you're anywhere near Fort Myers, Florida, check that out. As well as the Pierce Wrestling channel. Almost every day I'm uploading an exclusive match that you can only find on the channel from multiple companies, as well as wrestling trivia on there. I'm doing some unboxings now. I'm one of those guys. And over at the Pierce Co channel for movies, weekly podcast, a show about shows. If anyone ever wants to come on that, definitely feel free. We always do a top 10 and of some sort, and then the weekly reviews, whatever's kind of new TV and movie wise, as well as movie trivia on there. Having a lot of fun doing movie trivia over there. And then these guys' channels, I love popping up on here whenever they can have me. So thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
Absolutely.
Gerald, thanks for being a first-time guest. We hope you'll come back at some point. I hope you had fun, and we're happy to have you back if you'd like to come back. And where can we find you, man? Would you like to plug?
Yeah, absolutely. This was great. Thank you so much for having me. You can find me on Twitter at Gerald Battoglia, and I'll just say, be on the lookout for the Wise Guy in 2022.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, all right, nice.
Looking for that for sure. Yeah, sounds good. Moose, where can we find you?
As always, I don't really have anything to plug, but it is the holiday season, and there are a lot of people who are far less fortunate than the rest of us are, and there's so many different charitable organizations that will give people, a Christmas that maybe they can't afford, or given their circumstances, they just can't. My company that I work for, we do a lot of business with this organization called Olive Crest, which is all about supplying less fortunate children with Christmas presents, and they kind of do year-round holidays, but we're really making a big push right now with our company to support them. And again, I'm just kind of imploring, like, hey, it's the holidays. Don't be a fucking Scrooge. Do something nice for somebody. Say a nice compliment to somebody else. There's so much toxicity in the world right now. Everybody have a good Christmas. Donate to a charity that will benefit somebody during this holiday season. And as always, man, thank you guys so much for having me on. It's always a fucking blast to come on here and shoot the shit with you guys. I'm amazed Austin have actually agreed finally on a movie. It's amazing.
The Phantom, baby, fucking the Phantom. I love the Phantom. Yeah. We're gonna do a podcast just about our love for the Phantom. We're gonna break down the whole movie scene by scene, line by line, and we're gonna talk about how great that movie is. Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Yeah. Yeah.
All by the first round. Let's go.
Let's go. We're gonna do a live commentary. We're just gonna watch the movie and gush about it. I mean, you know where to find me. I'm on all these shows, basically co-hosting with Jordan. But I've got a new movie Battleground match that just dropped tonight, premiered. Myself versus Henry Sanchez. We fucking threw down in the Battleground, two of the biggest personalities. So go watch that. It is live. People have been wanting that match for a while. So it's a movie debate show that Aaron Cannell runs on TMG Entertainment. So you can go see me over there.
Yeah, for sure. And I really like your message, Moose, of trying to help out the less fortunate during this time of year, especially. Like I always try to do like an extra service for someone less fortunate, or donate some money, like whatever I can do. So I always appreciate anyone.
Moose, I'm on another spectrum. I support. I'm a big supporter of animal shelters, like humane societies. I still donate to my shelter where I got my rescue dog Melanie, who's actually right beside me. She's down here snoozing right next to me.
Nice.
But Melanie, she's my little pit mix. I got her when she was 2 years old. She was used for breeding and abused, but she's like the sweetest dog in the world. So even though I don't live there anymore, the Florida shelter where I got her at in Jacksonville, Florida, I donate money to them every year, just straight up to the to the actual website, because where it goes, stuff like that. You donate directly to the Humane Society, you know exactly where it's going to go. So I'm big on Humane Societies and rescues and things like that. So that's one of my charitable things that I donate to every year.
That's great.
I'm passionate. I'm very passionate about that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I'll just give you guys a little preview of some things we have coming up, some of the next topics. So we're so on Tuesday, one of the ones I've been wanting to do for a very long time, so I grew up on these movies. We're doing best live action family oriented movies. So they're going to be the top 64 G and PG rated live action movies. So that'll be a lot of fun.
It's all the movies that Jordan was allowed to watch in his very conservative that were G, PG, things like that. Yes. So all the stuff he was allowed to watch. Yeah.
I'm trying to whittle the list down. Like I have about 115 movies on my list. I got to whittle down to 64.
It's one of those ones where I'm not even helping him with the list. I'm just like, you make a list and we'll keep it a mystery and we'll have a little fun. I guarantee you anything that's on there I've probably seen. So he's gonna have some fun with that, putting the list together. That'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, but then we're going to do a little celebration for the end of the Schmodown season. We're going to be doing a tournament next Friday for best Schmodown contestants of all time. So that'll be a fun time. We'll be celebrating all of our favorites. So, Moose for sure. Yep, absolutely.
Moose, you'll be on there because you're a tournament fight favorite, so you're going to be in that damn list because you're a good friend of the show, and I will vote for you, sir. So
give me some love too for my Chance Ellison match where I did training for the movie trivia at a brewery. Come on, that was such a good
entrance.
But then also too, we're doing coming up soon the best movies of 2021, just to kind of talk about all the movies of the year at the end of the year, and then following that up, we'll be doing the most anticipated movies of 2022 the following week. And then
so that's just going to be we've never really done a hypothetical tournament, so we're putting all these movies that are just like aren't even out yet. Of just like which one out of the two we're literally going to put it, like we always talk about which movie would you watch if you were put in front of you. Well, this one's literally going to be, hey, these two movies are coming out next year. Which one would you pay a ticket for? Like right now, like what would you see? So that's going to be kind of a unique one. So
and then also we have our favorite guilty pleasure movies coming up soon too.
Oh I'm looking forward to that one
too. Yeah, so
that's a good one.
So that one's going to be heavy on the roasting. Like we're going to be just roasting each other all night on that one. That's probably going to be a long episode. We're all just going to be roasting each other for the movies we love that we know are shit, but we kind of love them anyways. That one's going to be a lot of fun.
You want it to be like movies that, like when we mentioned that we like and people give a dirty look and be like, you're crazy. Like, what's wrong with you? Like that kind of stuff,
That's a fun topic right there.
So that's one of those battle episodes where we're gonna have 4 people each submit their 16 favorite guilty pleasures, and so people will claim the picks, and then we'll roast everybody, and then still vote on them. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
That does sound like fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun.
That's kind of what we have coming up. So you can find us on all the social medias at Movie Hero 2121. And then also, I just want to give a little update. So I'm going to try to have it up Monday. But, it's a little bit of a busy weekend, so if I don't get it up quite like first thing Monday morning, I promise that it will be there on our Facebook group and all the social media. We've been talking about a giveaway for getting 100 subscribers. We're going to have 10 trivia questions, and then whoever gets the most correct in the fastest amount of time, I'm going to Venmo you $50. And then for the second runner-up, I'm going to have a choice of 10 movie posters from my times working at the movie theaters that you can pick 2 of them, and I'll send them out to you. So we got that.
And be sure to subscribe to the channel, because when we get to 200 subscribers, I'm going to give away my extra copy because of a shipping error of the Dawn of the Dead 1978 4K that I have, the 3-disc set that was limited print. They go for about $80 on eBay right now. I have a whole new one still shrink wrapped. I've got 2 copies. I don't need both of them, so I'm going to give that away for 200. That's a heavily sought after item. So help us get to 200. I'm going to give that one away too. when we get there.
Yeah,
I will
yeah,
send you a bottle of wild turkey if you get to 200.
Yeah, wild turkey.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
you can,
yeah.
you can sit in a dank, empty kitchen and drink it and hold a gun to your head and contemplate suicide.
Yeah,
That's
right,
like half of that movie. It's like
yeah.
in the middle of the movie. It's at the end of the movie. Oh my god, Jesus!
Yeah.
Happy holidays, everybody. No, I'm just kidding.
Happy holidays, yeah.
No.
But yeah, that'll
We
do
love
it for us
everybody.
tonight, though. I think. Yeah. So, but for James, for Jordan, for Gerald, for Moose, for Austin, I've been Jordan Movie Hero Anderson, and we will see you guys next time.